wrestling things where they do snap people's arms.
Why is?
Oh God!
Why is? Jesus.
Jimmy pulled his pants down and he's showing his ass to Voss out the window.
And what is Voss writing on that piece of paper?
Voss thought all of a sudden it was a mirror when he looked into it and saw an ass.
Oh, it's a piece of paper that says "I love you, Jim."
All right.
Oh, that was funny. In 15
Voss needs
seconds,
attention.
He's really gonna laugh.
He needs attention. We'll get him in here in a few minutes. All right, Master Poe.
He thought it was a mirror.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I want to see you give a demonstration though someday, because Voss
Yeah.
took karate. He actually did take
that's
karate.
right. He brags about it sometimes.
Voss, come in here.
What style of karate?
I'm not sure. He probably doesn't even
Listen,
know.
a karate.
It's pronounced karate.
All right, Voss, get over here. Look at you.
Rich,
That's a solid ass.
Did you sleep in your car?
look at that
I slept
DVD.
at for 2 hours around the corner at my manager's
I
house.
cannot believe you went with Spinal Tap's idea for your DVD.
Is that Spinal
Just
Tap? I didn't
black?
see it. Oh yeah.
It's the Black Album.
First of all, let me explain
Simple.
I actually like it.
this. This is Voss, not Spinal Tap. Okay, this is a
I'm just
collector's
saying, the
item.
Spinal Tap did the same thing. The Black Album.
Did they really?
Yeah, they would like the Beatles had the
yeah.
White Album. We'll have the Black Album.
No, I went with the Chicago theme, like Voss 1, Voss 2.
Oh, is
I mean,
that
not
it?
that I could ever
Like
get to
Chicago,
2 DVD.
right, the band?
Yeah, and plus it's easy to spell.
That is true.
What
It
am I
just
gonna
says
do?
Voss
What
in
is-
white lettering
Voss.
and,
Here-
and,
yeah, but here's the
black
thing.
on black.
Here's
That's
the thing,
it.
when you're
you don't
not-
want to pay for printing, obviously.
No, I could pay. When you go to a record store, dummies, when you put something out that's sellable, it's called the 10-foot rule in a record store. And if you could see from over 10
Are
foot
you
away-
giving marketing tips? The
Yeah.
10-foot rule.
Yeah, I'm giving
Is
marketing
that how you
tips.
decide who you're going to blow in a rest area?
Yes.
I look into this and I ask myself, how much more black could it be? And the answer is none.
None more black.
But you know what? If you open it up and you see the second thank you, then you will see.
Who's the first?
Who's the first?
Yeah, who is the first thank you?
To Jim Norton, I think, is the first.
Aw.
Oh, all right.
No, I don't think. I don't know. Maybe that's
sweet.
that's under Friends.
Open up the brand new Voss DVD to see who he thanks first.
It's black. It's black. It's a cool cover. It just says Voss in white. But I don't like the way the DVD symbol in white is on the top left. That
Yeah, we're
takes-
taking that off.
Yeah, why
High
is
time.
that?
You know what? I didn't print them. Here's the thing. We're going to take it off on the next one.
Oh, special thanks to Caroline's Comedy Club is first.
Oh, okay.
Opie and Anthony.
There you go.
Caroline has helped you more than Opie and Anthony.
No, it's just the thing. Well, you know, it's
Last Comic Standing is third.
All right.
And then it really drops off.
Why aren't
Really?
Opie and Anthony under Friends, though?
where's huh?
Why aren't Opie and Anthony under Friends? Are
Oh,
you
that's
friends?
right. We're under special thanks. And Friends, Jimmy Norton's first.
Oh, look at that.
To my awful friends.
And then Patrice, Keith, Florentine,
There you go.
Colin again. Colin made both. He's a professional and a friend.
You know what?
And we're just professionals.
No, yeah, but you know what? It would have looked too gay if I would have put you guys twice.
It looks gay no matter what you put, Rich.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. So, Rich, you know karate?
No. Oh, is that what I used to when I like 20 years ago? Why?
Well, because Master Poe knows a little karate.
Why? What? Oh, did you bring me here to get my ass whipped again? What's wrong with you guys? I'm not your goddamn punching bag. I'm not your sign boy. Yeah, I used to.
We just wanted a little demonstration, that's all.
What do you want?
Steve doesn't want to demonstrate today.
What style of karate?
Oh, Jesus. First of all, you didn't talk that way when I walked in, okay? You said, pleased to see you, and I'm glad I have a job.
Wow. Master Poe, you hear that?
Master
I want to
Poe.
make sure you heard that.
Yeah, Mr. Poe, Master Security.
I wouldn't
all right.
fuck with Master Poe. That's a
Oh,
bad one.
I wouldn't.
Ixnay on the Poe remarks.
Oh,
Hey.
really? I'm sorry.
Dude, the other day he told a story that he had to get rid of a bloody gi in a dumpster at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, really?
And he came up with a story that it was
What did
about
he do with the little girl?
Well, we don't know. He told a story, and quite frankly, Norton and I were not sure if we want to
wanna
believe
watch-
it or not. We want to believe that it was.
Norton had to get rid of a bloody he a couple of weeks ago.
I want to watch Poe behead Voss with his own awful DVD.
Throw it like a Chinese star.
What's
Like
that?
Odd Job with a hat. It just goes right through his
Man
neck.
killed by mediocre DVD.
Hey, first
funny,
of all,
I'm kidding.
Man,
No, the
quit
material's
staring
great.
at me like that because you're making me very uncomfortable. Okay,
Oh, he's a scary guy.
I mean, look at him. First of all,
Very
what's-
scary guy. His
what
name is
style?
Master Poe.
Yeah.
What style? Yeah, I never heard of
No,
Niagara.
what style have you taken? Okinawan Kempo karate, Shotokan karate, Shinru karate? What form?
I took Taekwondo, which is kind of like gay street karate, right? That's what I took.
Gay street karate?
Gay street karate.
That's
I
a Korean
them
style.
And then I lick them.
That's funny. You got to use that on stage, man.
I got tons of stuff. I'm always on fire.
All right.
Here's the thing.
Why don't you just do a little demonstration?
He'll kill me.
Why?
What do you want me to
I don't
do?
want to see Voss
Got that
demonstrate,
right.
Mr. Paul. I don't
I
want
can
to see
get asked.
No,
Did you
I
tell
don't
what
wanna
happened
see
the
him
last
get
time
hurt.
I kicked?
How about
Oh, the last time he did a kick, but this is true. I forgot. I was dating this British girl, and we're outside of a sushi place, really good place. And Voss is like, I took karate, so we're like, all right, let's see a kick. So we're standing there, and Rich goes to do a straight kick, and he slips in garbage juice and falls, and he falls right on his back on the middle of 11th Street, Greenwich Street.
I got a quick kick. I haven't done it in 20 years, and I got a herniated disc, and I can still kick.
All right,
But he'd kill me.
Let's see you kick at least.
At least see me kick.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
set up.
over here, not by him. Here.
Let's set up a Voss kick.
I don't
All
want
right,
to see
so hold
Voss
my
get hurt.
back.
And then Master Poe
But this
can
answer-
maybe
no, don't.
critique it a
No,
little
No, I
bit.
don't want to see. I don't want to see. I don't see Voss get hurt.
Nathaniel will do a karate.
Does Nathaniel know
demonstration?
karate?
Do some moves.
Actually, Nathaniel
Give us some
studies
moves.
the art of jujitsu.
Does he?
Yes, he does.
Wait,
How long have you been taking it?
About 2 years.
Okay.
2 years?
Karate?
That's respectable.
Jujitsu.
All right, who
What's
do you
that?
want to take on, Voss?
Just when someone talks about your hair, you know how to fight them now? You're a mess. Jeez, you got the thinnest hair. You're like 14.
Why
Why don't you go
leave-
like Norton to shave it all off and look presentable instead of just like a walking wreck? Hold on.
Hold on, like, dude, your jeans are too tight to
They
try
really
and
are.
kick.
Oh my God! He's gonna,
What's up with those
he's gonna
jeans?
kick a
Jesus.
nut right into his stomach.
Just move over so I have a target. No, this way.
His nut's gonna pop out of his
Move over.
I
pants.
haven't done this in years.
Please
right?
don't
I mean,
fall.
Do the camera.
Please don't. Oh my God.
Wow.
So embarrassing. I've never seen a midget try a freaking. I've never seen a
leg
midget try a
barely
karate
comes
kick
up.
before.
What's that here?
Dude,
That's not bad.
Hold on.
Considering Voss is 58.
That's not bad if you're going to be kicking kindergartners in the
What are you
head.
guys? First of all,
That is
just
true.
saying.
I'm out of breath.
He's out of breath.
Your feet have the lift of a tank.
Listen, if I stretch, if I took, oh man, why am I out of breath after 3 kicks?
Because you just threw a kick in pants that are too tight for you. There's no reason to be kicking in those pants.
why are you wearing the tight pants, man? I'm uncomfortable now.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable for you.
Someone
dude.
get Voss a scrunchie and socks to pull up over them.
Master Poe, what did you think of his moves?
He wasn't placing his hip into the kick.
Wait.
But again, he hasn't practiced in how many
There
years?
you go.
Hold on. I'll do that.
How many years?
Later tonight.
That wasn't
now
bad.
he just hurt himself.
I didn't.
Oh, you look like you hurt yourself. Okay.
Later tonight on
Oh, stop with your
OpieandAnthony.com.
nuts. Stop with your nuts in those pants.
We have video of Voss kicking.
Oh, is that what you-
though.
That wasn't
Not a
bad.
bad kick at all.
That wasn't
That would
bad.
hurt.
Here's-
Breathe. Jesus. Dude.
Anybody have any Primatine list on them?
I'm sure glad you're taking care of that cigarette habit
You
like
gotta
you
quit
said you would.
smoking.
Huh?
You really got to stop smoking.
Right, I am going to quit.
Master
When?
Poe,
Hey, you know who? When,
I wanna see Master Poe
Is
kick.
Heffron
I do
coming
too.
in? Is Heffron coming
I
in?
think so. I thought
He's
he was
like-
coming in
he's
with
like-
you.
Oh, yeah, he's a martial artist too, right?
He's like an Israeli. There he is, right there. He's
all
like
the,
an
all
Israeli.
the comics
He's like,
comics
let me-
love the kung fu.
Not me.
That's because we're scared of our audiences. But no, yes, I used to be really good in Taekwondo years ago. But no master crap, you know. We just fought. Me, and my
Master
friends.
Voss.
Yeah.
Master Voss. I like that.
Oh my!
The karate midget.
Why? What?
Are your legs in pain or are you?
No, his whole body's in pain. Look
No,
at him.
I'm
He's turning
I'm a
red.
little out of shape. I'm in good shape, like on the
I'll
outside.
say you are.
On the outside, like my.
Yeah, nothing was better than you and Carrot Top taking your shirts off on
Oh yeah, did you
Colin's
drop a batch
show.
on your stomach watching that one?
when I
Look,
think Carrot
look
Top,
at
I'm
those
not
two-
thinking beefcake
is buff.
display.
Yeah, look at those 2 guys who are working. All right, is that what you did?
That was pretty much me.
Look at them. Oh, they got a job.
Look at those employed hotties.
So what can we do with Voss and Master
Is that
Poe?
good?
Not bad.
How old am I?
42.
47.
Okay.
47.
So you got a
Rip.
6-pack.
You do look,
yeah.
he looks good for 47.
How old am I?
How old are you? Mm-hmm. Old enough to get a real job and quit messing with me. 35.
Oh boy, boy.
Very good.
How about a little demonstration?
No, he's not going to take my head off.
Master Poe, how high can you kick?
He'll kill me. Look at him. You can tell. Look how confident he is.
Let me see how high you can
how
kick.
All right. Well, first of all, kicking will get you in trouble in the street. Okay, you're not supposed to kick high at all.
I'm just.
All right, that's number one.
No higher than the balls.
You gotta kick the knee
You
sideways.
kick below the hips, kick to the shin, kick to the knee, kick to the groin. That's fine. After that, if you kick above that, you're in trouble.
But Daniel kicked in the face when
Daniel
Mr. Miyagi told him, you taught him the crane move. He kicked in the face.
Yes. No, I know.
Because he got tired.
Yeah? See what?
I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say something about he was tired of Pat Morita raping him. I'm like, can I please just switch gears once?
See, nobody knows this.
I just want to see a high kick from Master
Nobody
Poe.
knows this. Norton years ago used to have a chin, and somebody front kicked him right here.
Oh, is that it?
So, hey, 1 out of 7 isn't bad.
Because that
one
was
bad 1 out of about 7.
Here's why I didn't get left, because it was mean and hurtful.
Yeah.
Mean and hurtful.
And I'm
You're
very insecure about my
trying
chin.
You're not insecure about your chin.
It hurts.
It hurts what? The guy's balls? Well, it hurts.
All right, 1 for 8.
It hurts everybody that looks at you. All right, you walking little troll. Did he just say? Did he say last night at the party the only famous people there were him, Voss, and Leary? If you ever put yourself in the same category as Voss and Leary again when it comes to fame,
God.
And if you ever address something I said being ironic and sarcastic as real again, I'll throw my coffee on you. I was kind of kidding because I'm a nobody, so I was saying the only celebrities besides me and you, like implying that we're asses, which we are, and then Leary, who has a hit show.
last night at the party, I'll tell you real quick
Can you
before
not
he
skim
takes my
over
head
that?
off.
I liked it. I got to laugh out there.
Here's the only thing fat-free in front of him. Here's the thing.
That's a
At the
great
party-
visual for radio.
It
Thanks.
doesn't matter as long as you
Jesus.
guys laugh.
You're not on TV anymore.
Yeah,
stupid.
don't ever move milk in front of me and then go, quiet, folks.
Don't you have some ironing to do?
Last night at the party,
Yeah.
real quick, Sam Champion, if you don't know who he is, he's a weatherman.
He's the gay weatherman.
In New York,
Jesus.
was doing a thing about,
Allegedly, sure.
stand up for this festival.
I didn't see him.
And you say, well, so he's on the mic and he says, this whole stand up thing is kind of cool. I think maybe I should do it. What do I got to do? And he calls me over and he says, what should I do as a stand? I go, well, look, you have stage presence, you have the looks. The only thing you lack is humor. And I said that to him, right? And then I'm looking at him going, he's not a bad-looking guy. I'm thinking to myself, if I'm going to leave with somebody, what I'm saying, a guy, Sam is my man. That story went nowhere.
Just
Well,
let it
because-
sit.
Well, we were distracted by the breathing. I'm thinking you might need oxygen.
I'm just trying to get out of
what
it.
is
Him
wrong with
staring
your
at me,
breathing?
scared the
What would
daylights
you have
out
said
of
to
me.
Sam if he had milk in front of him?
I say, did you get that from Norton's breast?
Hey, that's good. All right, 2 for 10.
Not 2 for 10. One bad one. One bad one and a bad story.
You've had 2 bad ones and then
And about 6 good ones.
8 good ones.
All right, not bad. Why
you
is he
kick high,
staring? He's
Master
making me
Poe?
uncomfortable.
Well-
Go a kick. Let me see.
If you don't mind, what I'd like to do is just show you exactly how I'm going to protect you guys. Is that all right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he is a
Get
killer.
over there, Rich.
You can look at him and tell he's a killer.
Dude,
He's
the
why
real deal.
He's
Is that
a
fair enough?
killer because he's polite to everyone when they come in. Thank you for coming. We're glad
Yeah.
you're here. That's the type of guy that tears your throat out.
Yeah, Voss, get over there. Little
right.
demonstration.
Well, I'd rather not do it with Voss because I don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah.
I like
right.
him now.
Good.
And I think you're funny, by the way. You're pretty,
Thank you.
pretty hilarious.
Thank you.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my
He is a lunatic.
my my student Marcelino. He's going to assist me.
Now, Voss is very funny. He's just
Okay.
a mess.
No, you're not leaving yet. No. Oh, you have problems? Okay.
That's all right.
He's
So
a
we'll do this
student?
real quick,
He's a
and if you can
student?
do me a favor, commentate. Just tell.
Of course,
what's
because it's
going on.
radio. That's our job. We'll commentate. All right, so Master Poe is going to show everybody in the studio how he's going to protect us, Anthony.
Yeah. Just squaring off.
Ben, get the mic near those guys. Master Poe, why don't you explain what you're going to do before you do it? That might help us.
Oh, look, over there. It's on TV. It's the same thing.
Oh, wow, look on TV. Watch this guy get shot.
They never show him getting shot anymore.
No?
No.
Ah.
They cut it off right before he
Just
takes a bullet to the face, by the way. The cops shot that hostage taker at the
In
Mexican
Hawaii?
consulate.
Oh, that's what that
LA.
was?
Yeah, there they go.
LA?
Oh,
They
look at
shot
her.
him
How did
in
they-
the face.
Oh, is it the face?
Nice.
Is he
yeah.
dead?
Critical.
How'd they get the bullet around her fat ass?
She
And
really
he
was
was-
a big, awful pineapple whore.
And he was holding a starter's pistol, a fake cap gun.
Oh, he had a
He had a
pistol?
cap gun.
Oh, man.
Wasn't even a real gun.
See, look at that. In one day, 2 people took it in the face. Come on, that wasn't
I didn't
bad.
say it was bad. I think you're hilarious.
Oh,
We love
you
you.
got to do backflips in here? I got some good lines.
All right, here goes Master Poe.
All right. So basically, what's going to happen is Marcelino will attack me, and
Oh, my God.
I'm not.
I don't want to see this. Wow.
I'm not going to give you the numbers as far as what I'm going to do.
Uh-huh.
Let's just say he's going to. loose.
Okay.
Okay?
Are we aware of hard surfaces that could crack heads open over here?
Oh, man. I used to love being the toughest guy in the studio. We don't even rate anymore. These guys are like killers.
When were you the toughest guy in the studio?
What about Anthony?
I fought 4 people.
No, I'm not putting me as tough guy in the studio, but I think Rick could have kicked your ass. Rick could have kicked your ass.
No, we fought.
He would have held you down and
wasn't
then
that
used
bad.
your nose to dock with his mule.
We fought. We had a good fight.
You and Rick fought?
Yeah. We did Fight Club.
I don't remember
honestly,
that
I think
one.
he got the best of me in the end, but I held my own, and then I beat up Frenchie really bad.
Frenchie.
Yeah, Frenchie.
That's the judge's toughest guy in the studio?
And then
And Souffle kicked his ass in the kitchen one night.
and then I gave Paul Bond a nice black eye.
He surrendered to Jeremy Coleman one day.
Oof.
Norris was the toughest guy.
Yeah, Norris
But
is
he wasn't
definitely
like part of
Yeah.
the show.
the
He was-
animal that came into the studio.
All right,
Bulldog.
Well, you know what I was saying.
Yeah.
We used to feel like we were men. We're not anymore. I mean, look at these guys.
No, we're cared for.
Now
what
we're
it is
cared
now.
for.
We're
Right.
cared for.
We used to be able to think we could take care of ourselves, and that's
Yeah.
the point I'm making. We can't.
How long have you been training? You've been training for a long time too, right?
2 years.
I'll give him some ear.
Oh my God, these guys are really getting into this.
Is that your defense like a skunk? Voss just rubs behind his ear and shoves it under someone's nose?
Oh, are we gonna do that today?
I got some probably. I think I say some up.
Oh,
Don't
nice.
waste it.
Who's gonna take it today?
One of the interns. Who hasn't?
All right. I think
All
I
right.
got some.
Yeah.
You think you got some good
Yeah, I
stuff?
think I got some
All right.
saved
We'll do
up.
that
I
after the
haven't
break.
showered in a couple
All right,
days.
go ahead, Master Poe.
By the way, Marcelino is one of my top students. Although he hasn't said anything to you guys, he is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad I didn't say
Oh, he's a real student.
Look at him getting ready.
no.
Oh my God, these guys aren't messing around. I thought this was
He's getting ready for the pain.
I didn't know he was a real student.
Oh, man. Oh, jeez.
All right, they're shaking. He's taking
Taking flashlights and cell phones
Anything
off
that can
of,
impale
the
him.
Student.
Oh my God, I don't want to see this. Are we filming this for opieandanthony.com? All right.
Oh, boy.
All right, Master Poe. He.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. It's over in a second.
All right, you know what?
Holy shit.
Holy, you know what?
Yeah.
And it's got him down.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Bravo.
That was nice.
That's.
Holy shit.
Oh my. All right.
That guy would just be like, if that was full contact, he would just be dead.
We can't even describe it. That was just insane.
It's a slow punch. It's not a slow. It's a punch to the face that Poe kind of steps out of the way at, winks at us, and then just begins chopping the guy's neck. It's
And then he
horrifying.
just hacks at every part of his body in a split second.
When he smacked his ass.
Oh, God. Oh, he's breaking his arm.
all right.
Don't break his arm.
Don't break his arm.
He's in pain.
All right, I can't look at that.
Ow.
And this is just a demonstration. I can't even look at that. That's how.
Oh, no, don't hurt him. Master Poe, don't hurt his arm like that.
Oh my God.
Master Poe, don't hurt him.
Someone wake up Master Poe. Someone wake him up.
Reading bosses.
Get
Reading
Master Poe
Boss's
back
DVD
to
to
reality.
get him more angry.
Master Poe, how do we wake him up?
Master Poe.
Wake up, Master Poe.
I
Get out of the-
understand, Master Poe.
Get out of the zone.
Oh, God.
All right,
he's
don't snap
he's
his
tapping
neck.
out. He's tapping out.
All right, he tapped out.
Oh my God.
Okay.
All right, no, I think we're
No,
done.
no, that's good. That's good.
That's good. Oh my God. Wow, you got to see the video.
Holy.
Master Poe goes to another place. He just
Wow.
zones out.
Yeah, it was great.
Thank you,
That
Master Poe.
was bravo.
Now, Ben, what you were saying.
There goes Master Poe. Oh my God.
Very good. Very good.
That was
Bravo.
that Steven Small stuff.
my God.
Bravo.
Yeah, he's for real, man.
Imagine trying to get like a punch in edgewise. It just wouldn't happen.
Because your arm, you look at the punch as an aggressive thing. He's like, oh, great, this extended limb can be snapped.
Of course. And then, like, when the guy goes and attacks him, all he does is totally disables your arms. He's like hacking at your arms, and then if you think you're getting out of the way of that, an elbow will hit you in the face, and then he'll grab the arm and twist it right off. And then he grabbed his head and started twisting it to where
It was a
I thought his head was
demonstration, and
coming
Mars was definitely like in pain.
Well, he knew he was getting ready for pain, too, because you could see he was just like, ugh.
Yeah,
I
I know
I've
this
done
move.
this before,
This is
and I
gonna
know
be
what
ugly.
it's like.
Oh,
What
I
a-
really have to apologize for being mean to
No
him.
kidding.
Oh,
That
man.
guy's a killer.
We've been saying it.
Oh my
He's
God.
the real deal.
That's
He
some
comes in the
Steven
other. One of the interns rats him out the other day, and comes in here and goes, "Guys, I saw Master Poe putting a bloody gi, which is what the karate
Yeah.
top or whatever, into a dumpster at 5 a.m. So we had to bring him in to ask him what that was all about. And then he told us a story about his dog being in a dog fight and taking the dog to the hospital. And he told it so seriously. He goes, "Do you really want to know what happened?" I'm like, I guess. So he tells this story about his dog.
Do you want to know the whole truth, the real truth or something?
Yeah. So then Norton...
did Norton spray one of his defenses?
Yes,
he did.
Norton and I go to breakfast after the show, and we talked about it for like 10, 15 minutes. We're like, are you buying this story or what? I mean, there's part of our brains thinking, is it real or not?
There's some dead student somewhere.
Someone who's check bounced.
Heffron's a karate. He's like Israeli karate. He's pretty tough, too.
Yeah, Heffron took it for a long time.
Yeah, I know. I guess with that act, he'd have to have karate.
Heffron's hilarious.
I know. He's funny.
We're going to get him in here next. All right?
Oh, man, that was some scary looking.
Wasn't that scary?
Imagine throwing a kick yeah, I did it 20 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, throw a kick at it. Your leg would be out of the socket.
Because even if you got it through,
Your move was so cute.
Yeah.
Compared to what he was doing.
Wasn't it adorable watching Boss kick?
You had such an adorable little karate kick.
Oh, I want to put ribbons in my hair.
You go to the strip mall and you see the little kids in there doing their first karate kick.
It's like watching the cute little kids through the window of a Tiger Schulman. And there's
I
Boss
think that kick could have broken a piece of balsa wood. It was nice. Jesus. I mean, honestly, it was sort of impressive until I saw that guy.
Oh.
And then it puts it in perspective there. It was cute.
He's into that hand-to-hand combat shit where he wants to grab you.
Yeah,
Normally you want to just kick and run.
Punji stick fight.
You guys want to hear...
sharpened stick?
Oh, yeah, he's a weapons master, too.
Yeah.
Weapon
Yeah,
shit.
sticks, knives. He's crazy. He'll do a knife fight, and you'll just be cut up on the floor.
It's the kind of guy you want to hang out with, though.
Of course it is.
Yeah, so you can rest assured we're getting him to the Hammerstein in case there's any problems.
Don't you want to go to a bar with him and just go to the bar and go, "Hey, asshole, move."
Can you and that fat whore wife of yours get out of my way?
And meanwhile, it's the biggest guy at the bar. You just walk up to him and go, "Hey, dick, move." Oh, let my friend Master Poe take care of you. If you have any problems with me telling your
It's the look that he
pig
gives,
wife
though.
to get out of the way.
No one's going to mess with him just because of that look he gives.
You know, like with
scary.
guys like that, I never talk shit to other people. Like when I'm at Club Soda
You
Kenny.
don't know.
No, just because like if I'm with Club Soda Kenny, I know he would defend me. And I
With
also
his
know
life.
he's a psychopath and
Yeah.
he would kill somebody. It's like you don't want to get the guy you're with on a murder rap.
Right, that's why
what's
I always go, "Nah, it's cool."
I would walk away.
You don't know who has a gun, too, though. Who
Yeah,
can pull
Kenny.
out- Oh.
You think he's a psychopath? He's 6'5" and skips down the
He's
sidewalk.
He's 6'5", he skips, and he's also a 27-year martial artist.
I would defend your honor
I know
if
you
we were
would.
in a bar.
Voss, you defend it with your mouth, though. Don't talk about him.
Don't hurt him.
I'll do whatever it takes. Jeez. You guys want to hear the Silence of the Lambs song?
Yes.
As we go to break, I had this
yeah.
song in my head all night long. Maybe that's why I didn't sleep.
Put the fucking lotion in the basket.
Yeah.
I love
Put
that one.
the effing lotion in the basket. Buffalo Bill and Catherine. We're going to get these guys on the show in the very near future. Steve found them.
He did.
Yeah, it's these two guys from California. They did the Silence of the Lambs, the musical.
It's great.
And they're sending us a better copy, matter of fact.
Nice.
Because we got this off the internet. And they send great files over the internet, don't they now?
Fucking poodle in the trash.
Dude, I could not stop listening
Isn't
to
that funny?
the replay I heard after I caught it. It was great.
Oh, let's listen to
Oh,
it again,
Boss is
okay?
doing some karate moves. Want Master Poe back in here, and you could.
I'm doing mine myself.
What was that,
He's doing
though?
karate moves with a pack of Marlboro in one hand and the lighter in the other.
Oh, brother.
Oh,
All right, let's check this song out
Master
again.
Nicotine.
Voss is Master Paul.
All right, let's take a listen to this again. This thing is great.
It's fucking hilarious.
lotion on its skin, it does this when it's cold. It rubs the
Boss doing those Sully height kicks that he was doing before. Reached the top of Sully's little head.
Speaking of Godsmack, they're going to be in the studio maybe within the next few weeks doing a little acoustic set for us, and their DVD's out. It's great. We have Martini Steve back in the studio,
Yeah.
and he was observing Master Poe during the commercial break. What was going on?
That little sorry.
Martini Steve. So annoyed.
Really? Just wish it would go away.
A lot of the listeners are with you on that show, but tough shit.
All right. That little display from Master Poe and Mars was no bullshit. There, he's out in his cubicle, or he was during the break, decompressing. He's in a zone.
Yeah.
And if Mars hadn't tapped his leg like he did, he would have kept going. He would have kept going until Mars's arms snapped.
That's what he does. He keeps going. You got to tap out, and then when he's done, he had to go to his cubicle and like wind down, or he'd just stay in this
Destructive mood.
You
Yeah.
can see it in
All
his
day.
eyes.
Yeah.
He goes to another place when he's doing that
Yeah,
stuff.
Eric asked him about some paperwork or something, and Master Poe was like, just give me a minute, give me a couple of minutes, and he shut his eyes and just kind of breathe and calm
Where
down.
the hell did XM Satellite Radio get this guy from?
He's fantastic.
It's like a trained assassin.
He has to come to events and everything. There has to be one listener he can strangle.
Wouldn't that be great to see? Just see that
A
in
listener,
in
screw
full
that. How about a
contact.
staff member?
Imagine that in full contact.
Yeah, no.
Watching someone just get put down in a second.
But even that play stuff, he really hurt Mars's hand.
Play. That was no play.
Well, I mean, the half-assed punch Mars
Yeah.
threw, he blocked it with his elbow, and Mars smashed his arm right
I've
into
heard
it.
that these guys practice during the whole
Yeah,
show.
yeah. If you watch during the show, they go off into Poe's office and Master Poe's office, and they'll just start sparring with each other, and they'll really, really do semi-full contact stuff until they're both winded and hurt.
There's all kinds
Poe
of
is
stuff
his
going on in here.
instructor.
Yeah.
You know what? When we clear out this whole studio and we have all that open space outside, we ought to put a little section over there where we can have a mat.
I don't want
and
to see it.
a heavy bag or
I do.
something.
No way.
We get Taylor Law in here or someone really hot like that, and you say if you can put Poe down, this girl will blow you.
Hey, you get
that's not a bad
takers.
idea.
That's right. And then watch
You
me
get
take
takers.
a swing at it, catch my beating like a man, and receive my Hummer in the
Let's
hospital.
get John Heffron in here, man.
Yeah, bring him.
You know, somebody too will try to test them after they
Oh, of
hear
course.
that. You know, when
There's
Tyson
always
with the
an
person,
idiot
there's
that
someone trying to
tries.
test. You think against a boxer, like a pro, like who would win? Do you think, like that? You know, the master, or like say a Golden Glove?
No,
Yeah, boxers are really only for their own environment.
Yeah.
You take them out of that, and you know. you
Gracie
get
and those
arrested.
guys murder boxers because
Yeah.
they just grab you by the legs or by the arm and twist your
grapple
arm.
you
Oh,
up
they're
and then
awful.
twist your arm out of its socket.
Won't
like a
Gracie
turkey leg.
Gracie won't punch at first until he gets you down. Like that's the thrill of it for him. Is like he doesn't want to punch. He won't throw a punch at
They'll
your face
tie you up
until
so
you're
you
down.
can't move. They get on you like a web, and you're just stuck there. And then they take an elbow and just start pounding your face in with an elbow. It's great to watch. I love those.
Gracie
Ultimate
Allen?
fighting.
Gracie
I hear
Allen.
you're pretty good too. That's what I hear.
No, I suck. But I love it though. I'm like a fan.
Are you?
You know
a
what I
fan
mean?
of
Like
it?
I know all those guys and Gracie and Boss Root and Tito Ortiz, all
Yeah.
the huge UFC guys and stuff like that. There was a point where the Gracies used to be able to beat everyone's ass because nobody knew how to ground fight.
Uh-huh.
Right? Those guys would take a punch and then they'd end up screwing you on the ground. But
Yeah,
now
on the floor, yeah.
it's kind of evolved to the point where now people kind of know how to ground fight and you know, jiu-jitsu doesn't necessarily always win.
So there's other people that are kicking.
Yeah,
their ass now?
jiu-jitsu's great if you're in that type of environment. You're at a bar, and let's say I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and I'm gonna, take your elbow and somehow put it through your rectum and out your mouth. Is good if you didn't go to the bar with a buddy of yours. So
Right.
why I'm doing that to you? Your buddy is teeing off on my face and stomping me
That's
into
true.
the ground.
bar
so
fight things usually there is a buddy involved.
yeah, so I mean, there's
But can't those jujitsu guys? They can also punch real quick too. I mean, like they can wrap you up, and they can also snap your arm real quick and then go about their business to your
Think
friend.
that your buddy.
yeah.
Well, what's that? What's the difference? Isn't that like Hapkido, or isn't that what he just did? Or-
Hapkido.
yeah, Hapkido, right?
There's Hapkido, there's Aikido, then there's Hapkido, which is Korean, which is using the person's. Why am I talking like Danielson?
Do you know, do you know
yeah.
Gracie's personally? You know those people like.
Not personally, no.
Do you think the Ultimate Fighting guys are telling jokes right now somewhere?
I just don't like the fact that Voss is asking fourth grade questions. Are they personal
Oh
friends
yeah,
of yours?
yes. I'm just setting them up so you can get a picture with them. Okay, stupid. Okay, I'm just looking out for you so you can run behind them with your camera.
Who do you think would win, God or karate expert?
No, honestly, in a race, if it was between Kit and Herbie the Love Bug, which one would win?
How long did you take it for?
I've done what I do for like maybe 2.5, 3 years. But the problem with what they don't incorporate in the training is guys who stay out the floor and booze.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Eventually, I don't care how good of a martial artist you are. If you smoke and drink, you're done in about 90 seconds just because your body's going to go, no, dude, you're a tool. You don't take care of yourself. I'm going to make sure nothing works.
Yeah.
And also, the toughest guy always wins. I will completely tell you, I'm a huge wuss. As much as I spar and stuff like that, I don't have that thing inside of me that I'm not a mean
fight thing.
Yeah, I don't have that mean guy thing, right? Where
Yeah.
guys who don't even know how to fight, that just maybe their dads weren't around enough.
Well, we
for
saw
'em.
that when you cried on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
cried on
So
TV?
there you go. I cried on TV.
I didn't even.
Did he really cry?
What
I-
show
No,
was
it's
that?
just-
It,
it's
wa-
all
it wasn't
acting.
yeah, that's what it was. I was trying to get the soccer mom's
Little
vote
tears.
on the
Last comment.
What show was that?
on
Oh,
Second
oh.
season.
Oh, the
Everybody
second
on-
season.
Yeah, the
Everyone
second
watched the
season.
first season.
On the second season, you had to cry to
win.
to win or advance.
Oh, is that
It's
it?
the only house that had a lifeguard in it. They cried so much.
Second
Big
season was
Baby-
very popular,
Shut
too.
up! I'm talking.
I like
shit.
the second season
Yeah.
of Last Comic
Yes,
Stand.
it was very popular.
It was
I
nice.
cried, but now I'm independently wealthy, so I will take the tears and the ridicule. And then next week I'm buying a Lexus cash.
Now you can cry, stupid. 1951 Mercedes.
Start crying.
Well, I should cry. I have a Saturn. Faggot sedan. Here's your Saturn, sir. Thank you.
That's fine. All right.
Boss is Reggie. He had to trade it over from. It said Adolf Hitler on it.
I'm going to get another one now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A new one.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably get like a 2001 or something.
You like the
I
classics?
can't buy a new Mercedes because I'm a Jew, so I'm not going to put money back into their economy.
So you think buying it used?
Buying it used, it's already paid for. So
It's
I like
already
putting money
been
back
paid
into
for.
the economy. You see
Really? Is that
I'm
what
saying?
that is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not realizing that once somebody sells it to you, they're going to go out and spend 90 grand on a new one.
a brand new one.
So you're putting not only the 40 you'd probably spend on a new one, but the 90 that they're going to spend. So you're putting a lot more back in the German economy.
He'd be
as
one
well.
of the guys that pulled the dead bodies out of the gas chamber. And, I wasn't putting them in. I'm just clearing them out.
Oh, no. Whoa.
Making room for the new ones.
Or
No?
couldn't you spend 30 on like an F10 pickup and give
you
it to
go.
the people in Tennessee?
US
What's an
of A.
F10? No, I'm a
Pickup
Mercedes
truck.
driver. I'm a headliner. I can't be driving a pickup truck. I got to look good. I'm a big act. Are you kidding me?
You really getting a Lexus?
Oh, he's doing real.
I really want a nice new car.
I told you to get. I told him. I said, "Look, you're doing well. He's, he was selling out theaters.
Uh-huh.
This creep was
We
selling
remember.
out theaters.
Until we fucked it up for him.
Yep.
Nah, he still did all right after you guys. It's not like you
course he
guys
did.
were the only thing in the world. We have other things going
Yeah,
on.
no, you're right. They
Yeah.
weren't the only thing in the world. When I was in Orlando doing 50 people on a Thursday night. No, you're right. Who needs these two?
It's so funny. His middle name.
25 of them comped.
Exactly. Yeah, for radio station comps.
His middle name should be Stepping Stone. He didn't even talk to Colin last night at Colin's farewell party. He knew Colin was done. So
because I don't know what a
shut up and-
farewell. I said it right. I meant to mock boss, and I said it right because you said a farewell party. And I'm like, I don't even know what a farewell party is. Oh yes, I do. It's a farewell party.
A farewell party.
Jerry Falwell's party? What?
So were you pissed? I gotta ask half a question.
Oh.
Were you pissed because you won season 2?
Mm-hmm.
And there's all that cash out there, and then they rush right into season 3. Were you kind of mad that like?
No time to bask.
Yeah, it sucked.
Right.
It sucked
Yeah.
because I was offered not a lot of television, but more television than I've ever done before. But they said I couldn't do it because it would give me an advantage on season 3. So that kind of got crapped on. And then they made me do season 3, and even a prom queen gets to be the queen for a year.
Yeah,
you know
you
what
got
I mean?
nothing.
So yeah, I really didn't want to
Wow,
do
that does
season.
suck.
I didn't want to do season 3. So yeah, I was.
They just
kinda
wrecked
bummed.
that franchise by
so you-
throwing that
oh, yeah.
third season out there.
Yeah, plus,
It's too bad.
Yeah, with me it was a tough call because I'm like, well, I don't want to do it because I'd kind of rather do, some other shows to kind of, but then they said, well, you're not allowed to. So then it's a tough call. You go, well, I'm going to turn down national television. I mean, I'm not at that level yet, but on the same token, I probably should have or wish I could have.
Wow.
You could have. You know what?
blows.
I mean, I
In
probably
your
could have.
contract-
No, I could have said yeah, but it's tough to go. Yeah, but dang it, I'm gonna not do primetime NBC.
Right.
I'll show you.
Yeah, but in your contract in the second season, couldn't you have said, if I win, I had the stipulation not to do season 3? Did I say stipulation?
No, you said contract.
I said contract.
It's a thing you sign and then eat if you have a cold.
Contract. What did I say?
Tiny
Contract.
little time release paperwork.
Whatever. You can't. Listen. Listen. It's just a word.
Really, people put too much emphasis on words. Really, you know?
That's it. Boss just diffused the whole thing. It's just a word.
Just a word. Boss makes me laugh.
Hey, you know what? I'll tell you what sucks. At least Heffron, people know. I mean, everybody knows who he is. He won, and season 2 was a big hit. On season 3, they didn't even show the winner. They canceled the last episode.
Canceled the show.
People come up to me.
Last
Yeah, who won? I forgot.
People come up to me and say,
That's right,
"Well, they'll
Alonzo.
come up to me at shows and go, who won?" And I go, "I did." Right?
You might as well. Sure.
They don't know. Alonzo, I mean, listen, to cancel the last episode, he would have made more money in clubs with people knowing he won.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. He got host too. People not knowing.
But they still know you, though, man. You're still doing good. They all know you from the season 2.
From
and
season 2,
3.
yeah. Even people who came on and saw me would go, "You're on season 3? Yeah, you don't watch? No, we
No.
want. It's different. Yeah, I'm not complaining. You know
It
what I
was
mean?
too much. It was like, you get season 1, season 2, and then they threw in that lame season 3. It was too much.
That was the network, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like probably finishing yourself off and continue to watch the porn. It's just dumb.
Yeah. There's
You know what I
really
mean?
no reason
You
for
need
it.
to just stop and set it away for when you're in the mood again.
Right.
That's how I do it.
That
I
might
usually,
be 20 minutes later, but
yeah,
there's
but
got to be some kind
But
of
if you keep watching it, it's a waste.
Yeah.
And nobody enjoys it.
completely.
Nobody.
Their season won
analogy.
$50,000 every week.
What was
Just
that?
Spanking season 2 won $50,000 every week. Spanking season 1. Just there was 1 week. What?
I don't know. I swear to God, I don't know. I'm not even making. What did you
it's
say?
just
50?
these earphones.
You
I
should
can't
have
hear
saw.
myself.
You should have saw the
'Cause I'm
look.
trying to follow.
The
You
Norton
said
did.
something
said
about
season-
$50,000 a week.
Season 2 won $50,000 a week against season 1. On season 3, it was a head-to-head competition. Head-to-head, as in not
Right.
as in competing, and they won $50,000 every week. And this is how popular season 2 was.
Yeah.
That 1 week, Ralphie, Dave, me, like the 4 most known from season 1 went up against. And they still beat us for $50,000. I'm just saying.
I think
listen,
Dat
you
Fan
guys were the
was-
ones who brought up the dumb show. I didn't bring it
I'm
up.
listening. I just didn't know what you were saying.
You know.
I
Season
think
2
that
was
fan
bigger.
brought all of you down, is what it was. Brought the average of the whole first season down. How you were second place to that?
I wasn't second. I was third.
Third.
Ralphie was second.
Sorry.
Yeah, but he's only a
Sorry,
kid.
I thought you were second.
No, Ralphie was.
Ralphie.
Oh, you did come in third.
I came in third. Who cares?
You should have won. Of those 3, Ralphie's funny, but you should have won. Dad, I don't care about, but you should have won.
Every season I should have won. I'm the biggest veteran on those shows. What are you kidding me? I mean, the kid's all right over here. Alonzo's okay, but
This
I mean,
kid's all right.
he's not a bad guy.
You know,
he's all right.
your
He's a
kid,
He's a likable. He's funny. I like his energy and stuff. But shit, I'm a fucking legend. Okay, I've done a lot of shit in this fucking business. Def Jam, Rosie, I've done it all. These guys. They
Def
do
Jam,
one,
Rosie?
Yeah, I did from Def Jam to Rosie. I hosted Woodstock. This isn't some fucking just because I was in a contest. It's Rich Voss. I went to the contest as Rich Voss.
I've been to several comedy clubs where they're actually the Caesar salad is called the Rich Voss Caesar salad.
I'm telling you.
Rich Voss.
And
You're
that's-
right, and they spell it wrong.
Yeah, and that's how you determine if you made it as a comic is if you get some of the munchies, named after. you. I'm looking for the Heffron chicken tenders. You know what I mean?
That would be a proud moment.
That the MC has to plug. Yeah.
God, I wish I could think of something funny to connect with a comic to food. But
I can't.
Norton's known after the scallop because he's boneless.
You
Nothing.
didn't have to
I'm
explain why. No one is looking at me going, why would he say scallop? No one's got
Why?
wide abs.
There's no bone in that. That's odd.
And
They know
known
I'm
after the scallop.
Am I known after the scallop? That's right, I'm post scallop. That's
John, you want some Jägermeister?
AS.
I was looking at that. And
That's
I was,
the real deal. Yeah.
I was told that, but is it plugged in?
Oh, we got
That's cold.
I don't think I could do Jaeger.
You want to do a shot?
It ices it up to 5 degrees.
5 degrees.
Where's your show? What time is your show?
Oh, you tonight?
Yeah.
Be at like 11 at night
Oh,
or
that's
10
plenty of
o'clock.
time.
There's at
Caroline's.
Caroline's. There's like 2 shows tonight because there's some other thing going on because of the comedy festival.
Okay.
Then there's a sex show. Last time I did Jaeger, I think it was Jaeger's that one booze. If you do too much, where at the end of that night you go, I probably took a day off my life. Jaeger's one of them. I passed out in a stall of a bathroom with Jaeger once.
Jägermeister's the
And-
Black Death.
And if I smell it,
Alcohol like whiskey or booze? What
It's
is it?
like a liquor. It's almost licorice.
I love the
flavored.
people at Jägermeister, but it's not one of my favorites.
What is it, Lance?
I
Like
love the
Sambuca?
Jaeger.
Huh?
It's like Sambuca?
No, not
no,
that
it's
much.
it's licorice is the best way to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And usually the people doing Jaeger have the words Abercrombie and Fitch written on some part of their body with shell necklaces.
Right.
Still very good. I mean, but it's like a college drink. But nah.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, but then some people still do it. I don't want to bust
Yeah,
the people
a lot
who
of
gave
people
me
still
Jaeger.
do it. I remember the worst drink was tequila, though.
I'm a huge tequila fan.
Man,
'Cause I'm little, but I can drink a lot of tequila.
I woke
like
up
my
on
booze
the floor of the bathroom at home one day. It was, one morning you just wake up and go, why the hell am I on the bathroom floor?
No.
And then you all start slowly coming back to you. Yeah, I remember kind of coming in. I remember that. Oh, tequila, a lot of shots. And then you're just horrified going out and looking where and how your car was parked.
Yeah, mine was.
Like, oh
I've been doing
was
this
crack.
thing a lot lately. Coke.
Oh, yeah.
You guys try that? Yeah, I'm relatively new to it, but
Sure.
Do you snort it or smoke it?
I snort it.
That's pussy. Listen to me. To be a good coke addict, you gotta sell your mom's stereo and suck a cock. Then you know that you're doing coke.
You're such a good addict. You forgot the stereo, but you sucked the cock in recovery.
In recovery.
I'm sober 3 years, but what the hell?
You used to smoke it, Rich?
Oh, yeah, freebase. What are you kidding me?
Where did you get
I would get mad watching people that snorted it because it's like reading a book
wasting it.
backwards. It is. It's like. I can tell you one time I go, I mean, this is a light one. My friend, I go, do you really think you're going home with those new sneakers? And that coat, get rid of it. We're selling it.
You would sell your clothing.
Oh, Voss was the real deal. When I was
Is this the real story? This is real?
Oh, yeah, Voss used
I
to
got
be.
more coke stories than.
Oh, I didn't know.
Than fucking. What do you call it? One time, someone. Okay, I owe these drug dealers money, so they torched my mother's car. Like they just burnt her car.
Is this
right?
that's
Yeah.
real?
Yeah, they torched her car because I owed them money. I said, so I called them. I said, look, now not only do we get insurance, I'm not giving you the goddamn money, right? So she goes out and gets a new car, right? And I have it. She lets me in New York. So I'm driving and someone smashes into it, right? So and just wrecks the whole side. And I go to that person, look, just give me $100 and I'll let you go. And they gave me 100, and I just went and copped 10 vials. And I told my mom, I don't know, somebody hit your car parked on the street.
Oh man, you let him go for $100.
Hey, listen, when you're going to cop and you're going over to GW, and once you get over and you got another 100,
Yeah.
for plus what you take out of the other people's vials that you're running in for.
Of course, you
I
take
used to
a
take
little for
You
yourself.
dip out of every single one. Oh man,
They must have seen you get out of the car with that awful long hair and this junky motherfucker. Here's $8.
Oh,
Okay.
the pictures we saw of him with the Jerry curl and the bad teeth and everything.
you know the fake how they had those fake $50 bill advertisement bills.
Yeah, you'd see him laying on the ground and go, "What's this?" And
we used to wrap like 10 singles around it. I'd pull up on the guy, and I go, give me 6 vials, and I'd count it like this away from him, and I hand it to him and just drive away, give him the fake 50. One time I tried to grab it out of his hand, and he punched me in the face twice. This is a true story.
Wow.
I snatched it out of his hand, right? He punched me twice in the face, and I'm going, oh, did he? So I drove away. This is true, and I opened my hand. I had like 3 vials. I got them.
Oh,
So
you got it.
So I'm all excited. This is true. I pull down the street, right? And I get like 2 miles down the road. I throw it in the pipe, and I hit it, and it was soap. Right?
The son of a bitch got you back.
I pull back. I look. You don't rip me off when I'm ripping you off. What's the deal?
No honor. No honor.
But why would he punch me in the head twice for stealing soap?
Because he could have sold that
principle.
soap.
Yeah.
Right, it's on principle.
I'm new to the whole drug thing. Like I wasn't a big druggie, but then I've had a couple nights recently because of the stress. And this is where I decided I'm never doing it again. I was doing, and now I look at the tops of the toilet paper holder every time I go into a stall. Because, before I was naive, I'm like, what takes dudes so long? Just hurry up and piss. But I realized that that's where they're doing their lines and stuff. And I was so screwed up. I looked on the floor, because I was totally out, and looked on the floor, and I saw a bunch of white stuff. I'm like, oh, somebody brushed it off. And it fell on the floor, but there's a crap load there. And I went down there and took my finger and went like that.
Oh, man.
And whatever. And it was like cleaning. You can tell it was Clorox,
Ajax
like
or
Ajax
something?
or something like that. And I went, okay, I probably have a problem. And then I
Yeah.
stopped. So I was a drug addict for maybe 2.5 weeks.
If you're snorting coke from the floor, that isn't even
That's bad.
coke.
That's a bad sign.
That is
You
really
might be
bad.
a drug addict.
Might be a drug addict if
If you're
seen this-
sucking cock,
if you've seen this act more than once and laughed, you might be a drug
I see a bumper sticker coming.
me and my brother used to sell out of the house, and the people that would come to the door with everything, I have stereos. One guy brought a huge, from the water coolers, the big bottles of water that you put in a water cooler full of pennies on a hand truck. And he's banging on the door. It's like 2 a.m. Guys, like, what? No, you gotta we need cash. We need cash. Can't be taking that. Stereos, cars, anything.
I just maybe thought of an internet company you could start, maybe called what's not zoning? See the joke.
eBay?
Funny. No, kind of like eBay, but where people can give up stuff just to get drugs.
Oh,
so
like
you don't
trading,
bid for it. Yeah,
like a barter system.
Yeah, where people
you
can just sign
get
up
that big jug full of pennies for cocaine.
Yeah, and then you send it to them.
Oh.
That might work.
Rich,
it would have been funnier if I could have remembered. I was thinking like Jonesing.
We were with you though.
Yeah.
We went with it for a while.
It was there for a little.
I was hanging. I'm like,
we're like, sounds like.
Need a little more help here.
I fell short. I did.
Boss, when did you decide to get help? Was there one story where you said, I
could tell you a story. If you got 1 minute, I'll
no,
run through this quick.
We have an hour and a half.
I'll try to run through
the burning mom's car wasn't the fun.
No, this is a true
God,
story.
your mom, did she hate you for that?
Well, I'm her kid. How could she? I was her favorite. Because my brother and sister were really fucked up. Here's the thing.
How could they be more fucked
No,
up than
I'm
that?
just kidding. I was real. Here's the deal. Well, I'll tell you a couple. So one time, I'll tell you I'll tell you the bottom story.
No, tell us a couple, and then finish.
Well, I mean, one time
I
called my father. This is not even a bad story, but just at like 3 in the morning. No, maybe at like 11 at night. And I call him. I go, can I come over? And I go, can I have $20? I got to get a gallon of paint, right? At 11 o'clock at night, I told him I need a gallon.
A gallon of paint?
He obviously...
He's looking at his son all drunk.
He obviously wasn't buying it, right?
I had a painting bit, but here's the bottom story. The real... It was like 7 o'clock, I had no money. Someone calls me. I go into New York for him. I cop whatever, and I come home. I end up with six vials of crack. I smoke them all by 10. Then I go back in, right, with my other friends. This is true. As we're going in, we're going down Route 1 and 9 in like a Z100 or whatever. I'm not lying. We just wipe the car out, spin, take down one of those metal light posts, the big on 1 and 9. All the wheels are off the car. The car's crushed, right? None of us are hurt. We run, report the car stolen, and take another car in. So that's my second trip. And I do like maybe 5 more vials and come back out. Now I'm going to pick up a friend of mine who's a comic. This is true. Now I'm going to go pick up my friend who's a comic at the airport, right? I pick him up. We go in the city. He cops heroin, and I cop like 5 more vials, right? Because he had money. I didn't have any money at all the whole night. This is my 3rd trip in now from Jersey back.
Can't even get a cab today.
How are you getting the vials with no money?
The first one, I went and copped for somebody, so I made money, to do it. The second one, my friends were going in, and they were treating. It was like, 4 or 5 hours to hang out with them.
Treating.
Yeah, just to hang out. I took them to the spot, too. I was taking them to...
I treat people for lunch.
Yeah, right.
So now the third trip, this is true story. The third trip we go in, we caught like, maybe 6 more vials, 7. I'm driving home. I drop him off, and I'm driving down 22 after I smoked all night. The sun's coming up, and I get this pain in my stomach, right? So I pull over. I walk into the hotel on 22, and I fall on the floor. They call me an ambulance, right? They take me to the hospital because I had like a kidney stone, so I didn't thought I was dying. And they shoot me with like
growing a crack rock in your kidney.
They gave me like morphine and Demerol or something, right? I wake up. Right, I leave the hospital and I go back to New York.
Oh no!
I'm not lying.
Right back to it.
Right back to it, and then I said, what? Maybe I should go to rehab.
What was wrong with your stomach?
A kidney stone. So, stories like that where you just keep going and don't stop.
Yeah.
He's whacking off the doctor to get the drugs. He's like, no, dude, I would give this to you anyway. It's good. Yeah,
what do I owe you?
No, dude, it's part of it. We give morphine
Yeah,
for
that's
people.
what we do here at the hospital.
You don't got...
You're not going to burn my mom's car, are you?
No, dude, really. It's aspirin. It's good.
And I worked in Boston. I met a girl there was a club in Worcester called Plums.
Worcester?
Worcester? Right?
Worcester?
Yeah, Worcester, Mass, or whatever. It's just
That's what your grammar is compared to everyone else's.
Right?
You make me sound like an English major. I love when you come in.
What's the problem? It's just a word.
Wow, Worcester.
That's great. What's it called?
Worcester.
Worcester.
Oh, wow.
Then I drove to Boston.
Oh, my God.
Worcester.
I love him. How do you not love him?
Just say New England. We'll know what you're talking about.
Met some girl waitress.
Yeah.
I said I'm not going to get high tonight. I'm going to save my money. I meet her up there. I drive. This is no lie. I drive all. She goes, "Do you do coke?" I go, "Yeah." And she was a hot waitress. Pick her up. I go, "Can you cop?" And she couldn't find anywhere in Boston. I go, "I know a spot." I drive down to New York from Boston.
Oh no!
I'm not lying. I pull in. We get all kinds of crack and coke. We get one of those hotels on, in Jersey on like 1 and 9. It's like flea stricken. Right, I'm banging her and doing coke and this and that. Then I'm driving her back. We're trying to get heroin and stuff just to calm the nerves. Not to shoot it, just to snort it, just not to shoot it.
You've never told these stories on the air. This is amazing.
Taco Bell was closed.
As we're driving, my nose just blood started gushing down my face.
How are you alive? Yeah, dude, 6 hours of driving on a coke binge from
after the night before. And we're trying to come down, and she's crying because she's gonna be late for work, and my face is bloody, and I'm all over my clothes. And then she goes, that her and her sister wanted to get an ounce of coke, and they were gonna give me a couple $grand, and I was just gonna rob her and rip her off,
Of course.
And I didn't do it. And then, like 5 years later, I was performing in Florida, and she was there with a big guy. Boyfriend at the time.
Would have kicked your ass.
They would have killed me. What I would have thought that I used to go on the road all the time and tell people, give me $1 grand on credit and I'll pay you, Sunday night after the gig. But I'm already out of
You're
town.
Gone.
Yeah, I'm done.
How many people
Saturdays?
fronted
The
you?
last show Saturday.
Yeah, if I'm not there on Sunday, the last show Saturday. Stupid. If you would draw, then you would know that. Here's the thing.
Well, no, I do Sunday shows. I don't have to bail out Saturday. We have Thursday through Sunday.
You're right.
Sorry,
But
stupid.
the money I make, I only have to do Friday and Saturday.
No, my question was, did
What?
you leave after the show Sunday, or would you bail out Saturday? I wasn't.
No, I would get Saturday night after the show.
Okay,
we'd go
so now
party.
instead of ripping
No,
off coke
I'm
dealers,
sorry.
you're ripping off customers. $10. Listen to it on the way home.
That's amazing stuff, man. It's amazing.
You were really a crackhead, man.
Well, I was a drug addict.
How did you you bought from the real dregs though?
What's that?
Did you go into the brother neighborhoods?
Oh,
and stuff?
I used
They
to
must have
go up
seen
to
you coming.
168th and Amsterdam. I had keys to the front doors of the buildings. They gave me keys. And one night we were going to, me and this comic used to get high. Frank, you didn't know Frank.
Frankie
you know
Bastille?
Frank Bastille? Did you know? He was a heroin addict.
How did they not just rob you?
Well, we went up one night and we were running out of money. So we hooked up with this Puerto Rican guy. And he said, well, look, I got a shotgun. Why don't we kick a door open and just rob him? We said, yeah, that sounds good.
Hey, there you go.
But I'm telling you, he goes to get the shotgun, and we're driving to go to, and I said, you know what, we can't do this because they have lookouts, and I go, this is crazy, they'll kill us. So we blew that idea out.
Wow, good.
I could tell you,
Pussy.
Wait, the story when you had the gallstone, you're passing
Kidney,
the crack
yeah.
pipe.
Yeah.
Is that when you went, you know what, I'm done? This it's over for me.
Yeah,
that was the day. And then the next day, you didn't do anything else?
I had maybe another week, but that was,
And then you went someplace, some farm somewhere,
I called this
and then
guy that books rooms. I said, look, I am going to rehab tomorrow. Give me a gig tonight. And he gave me a gig. It was $60. I did the gig. Bought 6 vials. I smoked them till the morning. Right, until the sun came up. My mother drove me to rehab, and I never got high since.
I just want to see those little stiff fingers trying to work a shotgun as 5 Jamaicans are running at you with butcher knives.
These aren't lies. These are true stories. When David Spade started comedy, he came up from Arizona, and he was in New York. He was just this timid little guy, did props. So we were doing a one-nighter in Jersey, me, Frankie, and him. And he was just this little white kid from Arizona, little blonde. You know, if Opie was 12, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a little,
Yeah,
thing, you know. So we do the gig. We're driving back, you know, to drop him off in New York. And me and Frankie, we go, well, look, we got to make a stop first. So I take him up. I take him to 160th, right?
You
go cop crack.
scumbag.
I'm getting out of the car. It's the truth. Someone's chasing another guy with a knife. And he's scared. He goes, the guy's got a knife. I go, he's not after me. What do I care? And get out. Then Frankie, we take him down to the East Village where Frankie cops heroin.
Now
Frankie's in the back.
Quick cash.
Frankie's in the back seat.
Look
and
at that ass.
I'm driving him back, and Frankie's, shooting up.
What a
He's
great
like,
first
"Get me the hell outta
experience.
here."
He's dead, right,
From
Frankie?
Arizona.
Yeah, Frankie's dead.
Yeah, I don't know him.
His father died. Frankie was such a screw up. His father died. Then 2 days later, he died. So they didn't know what to do with him. So they, they cremated him, and they just threw him in his father's casket under the pillow.
Are you serious?
No.
Yeah.
Holy ass. What did he die of?
Yeah, the guy was doing heroin
OD?
forever.
Did he OD?
Oh,
I think he had a heart attack.
that's
When did he die?
awful.
When he stopped breathing.
Now, what year?
Oh.
You did not just say that. Funny.
Yeah, what year?
It's only word.
I don't know if he was trying to be
Someone under the pillow.
Yeah, his father
There
didn't know
you
what to
go.
do with him because they didn't want to have 2 funerals, so they just put him under the pillow in his father's coffin.
That's how you know your family is sick of your drug use. Yeah, just throw him under the fucking pillow.
Put him under there and plant him with Dad. Who cares? Wow.
I hope I didn't bring everybody down with those.
No, that's
It's a good story.
very interesting.
So
So
it makes
I
you
love
never
the
want to do
crack
drugs
story.
before,
No-
or kind of go,
no
you know
S.
what? My weekend's boring. I might have to ramp it up a little.
How did you do like 6 vials though? It's after like the first hit, it's pretty much over for the night.
Yeah, well, you
you're
try-
never.
Yeah, can I ask
you're
that
never
dumb question?
getting-
I've never obviously done that. When you do one rock, like how long are you high for? You know what I mean you smoke
It's
one?
a
minutes.
rush. It's not really a high.
It's a
you
rush.
get a rush. It's like a rush.
Oh, so it doesn't last that long at all.
And then the rest
It's
of
not
the
like
night is
doing
spent,
ecstasy where you're
is
just
spent trying
To
to
recreate.
find
get
that
the
again.
feeling that you got from the first rush, but it never
Yeah.
happens. You got to like go to sleep,
Yeah.
wait a whole day, get some more, and do it that way. Although I never smoked crack, I never. I'm one of those guys.
Yeah.
Look, I never
Yeah.
smoked crack.
Yeah, right.
We used
I
to
got limits,
freebase
dude.
the
Yeah.
shit in the
Well,
house.
that's
We'd have like a chemistry
It's the same
set up.
thing, though.
It was
Yeah.
it was ether and
Yeah.
ammonia.
Oh, you did the ether,
and we
yeah.
put it in with the water. You put the coke in, and then you heat it up a little bit, and then you take an eyedropper all the way down to the bottom of the vial, and then you pull out the ether.
Yeah.
And you spread it out on
Lot of
a
work.
slate, and then you blow on it. The ether evaporates immediately, and you're left behind with this white residue. You scrape it up with a razor blade. Look at Voss smiling. This is so good. He's smiling at me like this shit is so
Yeah.
good.
look at Voss. He's
And then
sweating.
you put it in the pipe.
Tell me again, but tell me slow.
You put it in the pipe on the screen, and then you give it a quick, like with the heat, so it melts on the screen, and then you give it a hit, and then you get that big rush. It's like, whoa, man, holy shit! You blow out. Oh man! Wow!
And then it's done.
Look, Voss is sweating. He's wiping his head. He's
sweating and he has a boner.
Here's the thing. My friend, I was on the road. I was doing comedy for like 2 years, or what I was doing, and I came home. He goes, "Yeah, I'll get you high. We'll go out and party." So he bought an eighth of coke, right? Okay, let me get this exactly right. An eighth was 3.5 grams. So he said, "I'll sell a gram."
Oh boy!
He said that to get. He said, "I'll sell 2.5 grams to get my money back." It was $2.50. So, and then we'll party with a gram. So we party with a gram. We're at my friend's house. So he has the other 2.5 grams cut in half gram, 5 packages. 5,
This is math. I'm already
Yeah,
lost.
I know.
Well,
but-
whatever. He
Yeah,
had
he's
5
on a
half
train
grams.
heading north.
I'll tell you
He's
this.
on-
This is just funny. He had 5 half grams,
Okay.
and he fell asleep, and I knew where he hit him.
Oh, you
right?
scumbag!
So, I would take a half a gram, and I would cook it with the ammonia. There was a way to cook it with ammonia. I pour the ammonia out and say, "I'm not going to do this again. Steal any more from him," right? So, time goes by. I would steal another half a gram, drive to the store, and buy ammonia again, right? I made 4 trips to the store for 4 different bottles of ammonia going, I have a cleaning I have a cleaning service, right?
Yeah,
So-
cleaning out your friend of his coke.
So I smoked all his coke. Right now, I'm downstairs at my friend's house drinking a tall glass of vodka straight, and I hear upstairs someone yell, "Fuck!" Right? I go,
Oh,
shit,
he
found
knows.
it." He woke up.
Of course.
So he walks downstairs. I go, I sold it on credit for you.
Sold it on credit. Look, I did you a favor. I sold it and didn't get the money.
Yeah.
I'm
said he'll
doing
be
you
back.
a favor.
What a creep.
Yeah, he was doing a comedy show,
Hey.
and he's going to be on Sunday. I'm going to get the money.
But let me, all these stories, and I don't usually tell these stories because they're worth. I'm coming up on 19 years clean. So I
There
don't
it is.
forget.
He gets
I'm
the
not
applause
doing-
break every time.
That's our boy.
No, I'm not. Here's the thing. I don't want people to think I condone drug use.
Of course not.
Of course not.
You've
19
seen the
years clean, and
horrors
my
of
life
it.
has
Yeah, you got
gone
lucky
down.
that you made it out of there.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
it's not
shot,
an easy
killed,
drug,
stabbed.
to
I think you should be dead.
Yep.
I hate
Really?
to say it, but
Last time I
you
did
took some
cocaine in the
unbelievable
80s.
chances
Like in
there.
the 80s. 86, I guess, 87 was
Really?
the last time I did it.
Oh.
It was everyone was doing it back then.
Yeah.
We didn't
You
know
had
it
to.
was
You
unsafe.
had to do it to be cool. Be a part of the in-group.
That's right.
Be part of the members only.
Have your little brown vial with the spoon on the lid. Sure.
The lesson here is that you've seen the good part of life and you've seen the worser side of it.
Right. The worser side.
Stories. I'm just saying, if you learn anything from these stories is you can get my DVD at richvoss.com.
That's right, the inspirational DVD. If your kids are doing drugs, richvoss.com.
Better than Coke. You could cut your Coke on it.
Yeah. It has a hard top on it to make it a little bit easier.
It's all black, so you wouldn't lose any. You could see your whole
And it
pile
comes
of
with
blow.
a rolled up dollar actually pushed into the side.
You could cut it up with the side of the actual DVD. It's a whole Coke snorting kit.
That's a great idea, the dollar rolled up. What a great marketing thing.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, right. If I was a recovering addict, I would steal that and make a lot of money.
Wow, Voss. Thanks for the radio, man.
Yeah, that was good. Good. I love old.
We're hanging with
Addict
Voss and John
stories.
Heffron. John Heffron's going to be at Caroline's all weekend long, starting tonight through Sunday. You could call Caroline's at 212-757-4100 for tickets.
But limited shows. Right. You're not doing all shows, right, because of the festival, so...
Yeah, you got to just call Caroline's to find the schedule. I know tonight it's at, 11 o'clock?
Yeah, it's a later show.
Very funny, John
Can I
Heffron.
say I'm in Chicago next week?
No, you really can't say
Did I tell the story, though, about me and my friend? My friend worked at this funeral parlor, and we would sit on, we would smoke pot with the dead bodies, and then go, you want some? And then punch him in the head, and go, you can't have any, you're dead.
That's one of my bits.
I know. I know.
Look at they photoshopped you. Where can they find this? On opieandanthony.com?
It's funny.
Oh, Whackbag? Eric, where can they find this? Cage Photoshop.
And looking at it, Voss just opened his mouth and drooled. Nice to see 19 years clean has helped.
He fucking drooled.
He just drooled.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I don't know. Hey, did you feel bad for attacking Dee Wallace and her son in that car?
Thank him.
Come on.
Oh.
Cujo.
Oh, God.
Who is that?
That's you.
With
That's
dreadlock
you
hair.
with dreadlocks. I don't know where they got that picture. They've been using it a lot on Photoshop things.
That's from. I think that's a picture of me, you, and Chappelle. Actually, we took it at the cellar years ago, and your eyes are half closed and your mouth is open in a horrible pose.
Oh,
really
look
bad.
At those, how horrible those teeth look. They had to color it out. I never had a yellow tooth.
Black and white picture. Yeah,
Well,
they
you know.
did. They colored in one of your teeth.
Oh.
All right, why don't we take a break?
Righto.
And we'll continue. Word up.
It's the code word. No matter where you say it, you know that you'll be learned.
Mike G from Brooklyn says, I haven't smoked a rock in 5 years, but after Voss's rant, I'm going to cop right now. Within a month, I won't be able to afford the $1.99 for the show anymore. Guy, kind of now you're getting people, it's backfiring on you. Your description of all the fun that you were having, making people want to do coke again. And someone says, ask Voss what year did Chevy come out with the Z100? I think you meant Z28 Camaro. I think you said the Z100.
You did.
What was it? Did I? I don't know.
You said you were traveling in the Z100.
I don't know.
Well, what a word.
It's a car that has
a word.
that's fang music coming out of it.
It's just a word. We knew what he was talking about.
Of course.
Next time I come in, I'll tell you some gambling stories.
Oh. But you're still a gambler, aren't you?
No, I got. I
You
quit
stopped
that
doing that?
Yeah, but only recently.
You called that 800
No,
number
well, no.
two?
A year and a half, but I did have a slip one night, so I got like 3 months again. 3 months clean.
That's
off
still
the
great,
gambling.
man. Phenomenal.
And I walked like an idiot at the casino I was performing at. I walked downstairs, and I could have not gambled if I would have called like Norton or somebody, you know. But I said I'm gambling. I knew it was building up because the week before, me and Bonnie were in Vegas, and I'm watching her play slots, and I'm sitting next to her, right, and she's
Ding,
playing.
ding, ding, ding,
You know,
ding.
I don't even
Oh,
play
the
slots.
sound of the casino.
Slots is like, you know, it's like
Yeah.
craps. You got to shoot craps. See, you got to shoot craps if you're gonna gamble. Shoot craps. So I was working somewhere at some casino. I don't know because I do a lot of casinos, big guy. And I just walked down from my room. It was in my head. I said, I walked down. I took $1,000, put it on the table, and I lost it. And I yell at people when I'm shooting craps. I'll yell, "You stink," or I'll smash the table. One time I went, fucking threw my hands up and knocked a waitress's whole tray in the air. So, and I get thrown out of, and stuff. And I just lost all the 1,000 like that. Walked to my room and said, "Well, I'm done again." But it made me realize how easy it is to pick up an addiction.
What was I going to ask you, too? Shit, something you just said about going down to get the money.
Man.
It's horrible.
Well, let's go to the phones. People want to talk to John Heffron.
Have an addictive personality, don't you?
I know. John Heffron playing Caroline's all weekend long tonight at 11 o'clock. Let's, did that work? All right. Pete, what's going on? What's up, buddy?
Good morning, boys. I gotta tell you, I'm a little disappointed. You're not riding your old buddy Jay Moore as much as I thought you would be.
Who you talking to, me or Heffron?
This guy used to be in studio with you every day.
Who are you talking to? Opie and Anthony or John? Who are you talking to? Ben Sparks?
I'm talking to all you guys. All you assholes.
Oh, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, that Jay. He's a bum.
Yeah, I know. We don't know. I don't know if we're gonna ride him or just rib him.
Yeah.
Well, that, and I want to know, I heard that he was a big asshole behind the scenes there at Last Comic.
How was Jay Moore behind the scenes at Last Comic standing, guys?
He never talked to me that much.
No?
I think he as a business, you work with somebody, you don't really give a shit about either way. I think that's kind of how he treated me. He really didn't care about me, so he didn't talk. I mean, he was friends with Rich. He talked to you guys more.
I've known how long? 18 years. I think, 15, 18 years. So
you
it's
smoked
different.
crack with the guy. I mean,
no, I showed him my crack though at the golf course. I did. I pulled my pants down. He was walking up. I pulled my pants down. I just spread my.
So there's no problems behind the scenes, really?
Not with me and him. I mean,
What problems might you have heard about?
Well, I don't. What I heard about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I didn't hear really.
Didn't Gary try to punch him or something?
Is that what happened?
No, he didn't punch him. He threw him against the wall.
Goldman did, yeah.
Yeah, Gary Goldman did.
He actually threw him against the wall?
Yeah, they were wrestling, and then Gary just hulked out for no apparent reason, and slammed him against the wall, and Jay kind of had to look on his face like, whoa, what's this for? Because they were kind of just like horseplaying around.
Yeah.
And then Gary slammed him against the wall again and started going, F you more, F you, and started walking away and flipped him off. Nobody tried breaking it up.
Well, that would have been. See, Gary's a tough dude.
Yeah, people forget that he's kind of put together nice, but he's still like 6'6", 200 some pounds. And snaps. Like, that dude, snaps.
I guess if he was just, wrestling around.
Yeah, I don't know. There had to have been something that happened before that we didn't see, but it happened on stage.
Well, I didn't really tell the whole story. Remember, Rich Voss didn't tell that story. But
the story I told was in the Enquirer, actually.
That's what I heard. But Jay's a tough guy too.
Yeah,
people don't know Jay.
Jay,
that was a good fight.
He knows how to wrestle.
Yeah, I had a fight club with Jay in the studio when we were at NEW, and he kicked my ass.
Really?
Oh, totally.
Yeah, he's a tough guy.
How about Poe against Jay?
No, forget
Poe would rip him apart.
Poe would rip apart.
Yeah. If you're not trained, how about Poe and Norris though? Norris knows
that would be a good fight.
Norris is extremely powerful and an absolute sociopath. So
I know.
Norris is a dangerous guy.
I'll tell you, Poe would have to disable Norris immediately because that guy's like a bulldog.
Oh, and he's a squat. Like Jeff is like, what is he, 5'7", 5'9", maybe, but a powerful dude.
His center of gravity is like 3 inches off the ground.
Oh, he should be spinning in a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Yeah, exactly. He's built like a gorilla.
Oh, he really is a powerful psychopath. I would beg Norris not to hurt me. I would go, look, please, I'm sorry for whatever I said.
Norris, one day, he wanted to demonstrate, and this is why I don't do the fucking demonstration thing with people. He wanted to demonstrate a hold he put on some guy outside of Caroline's one night. So he goes, Anthony, come here.
Is that the hold he has tattooed on his body?
Yeah, I think so. One of the holds.
He has holds
How
tattoos
crazy
the holds
do you have to be?
On his body.
So he grabs me by the neck, puts my throat in the crook of his elbow, and gives a little squeeze and says how he made the guy pass out.
You're done.
I was going on vacation the next day for 2 weeks, going down to Florida.
Ooh.
For 2 weeks, I was like, I couldn't swallow right. It ruined my fucking vacation. I couldn't swallow right. I couldn't, breathe right. The guy screwed me up because he doesn't know his own strength. He's like, I think I heard her.
Yeah. Why? Yeah, Lenny was just petting you in the
Yeah, Lenny was petting me.
George is my friend. I would love him and squeeze him.
George.
Spank him when he's bad.
We were working together at Rascals.
Are you talking about another comic? I don't know who you're talking about.
He's a comedian. I don't know.
What does he take? Jiu-jitsu or?
I don't even
Wait, he's
know.
another comic. Okay.
No, he's a
stand-up. Yeah, but I forget what he
drives out when George around. His claim to fame.
He does impressions. He turns around and get ready, and the audience runs out. How
Make a left, you fucking animal.
You ever see the Mini Wheats commercial? He was one of those guys.
Oh, yeah.
The Mini Wheats voices.
He did the Joe Pesci voice.
He's a nice guy. I mean, but we were at
Stop
Rascals.
trying to weasel out of your trash. He's a nice guy.
I know, because
Like
he'd
you
kill
just
me.
trashed him and said he stinks, but I did say you were nice.
No, I didn't say he stinks. I said he does impressions, okay? His impression stinks. He doesn't. He sets them up good. But no, who the hell wants to see, impressions of Jimmy Stewart? Anyhow, I do Jimmy Stewart just by talking. So we were at Rascals.
Go a little something like this.
We were at Rascals, and he was on stage. He middled, and I had, and he had a good set. But he kept, as I was on stage, kept walking back and forth. And I finally stopped. I go, look, how much can you milk out of your show? And we started arguing with each other.
Oh, boy.
And they had to hold him back. He wanted to come out because from the stage, I verbally tore him to pieces. Right. And then he would have killed. He is so strong. He's so strong, and he's so built, And I learned a lesson. To stop with your stories when you have good drug ones.
That was actually not a bad story. Cause, I mean, it's just, he's just...
We're talking about the guy. But him and this guy right here.
I'll save you, boss. Let's go to Jim in PA.
Hi, Jim in Pennsylvania.
Jimmy.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hey. Good afternoon.
As far as O&A is concerned, listen. Who's this guy you got pretending to be boss? He can't be boss because boss isn't funny. This guy's funny.
Boss is very funny.
No, we all know boss is funny. He's a mess, but he's funny.
Boss is a disaster as a human being, and he's a bad friend, and he coughs when he smells cat shit while you're jerking off on a bed with a girl. He's an awful man.
He gets awful tickets for roasts.
Thank you, by the way, for those fucking seats in the blimp.
Have we talked to you live on the air since then? Oh, I guess on the phone.
Yeah, on the phone. You brought it up. I got you balcony seats.
That was wonderful.
Oswald was closer to Kennedy than we were to the stupid roast.
Listen, this jackass right here. I'm doing a photo shoot on stage before he comes running on the stage. Take a picture with me and Donald, right, in my photo shoot. But was I a team player?
You're the greatest. You are the greatest.
The only pictures you could take. We needed a telephoto lens from where we were sitting. Didn't even recognize who the fuck these people were. It was wonderful. When we walked up the stairs, we were huffing and puffing. We take our seat. I expected the whole place to spin with a beautiful view of the city. We were like, what the hell is this?
We were the only ones up there. Us and your parents.
Behind a TV monitor. It was the last...
Yeah, like we weren't up high enough where we couldn't see anything. Then they shoved this big screen monitor in front of us.
So all the people that had the bad seats down below could look behind them and see the screen.
And he's trying to make it better. Well, that's where you want to be because... No, it's not.
You don't want to be with the celebrities right next to you.
Charles Grodin and Judge Judy. You don't want to sit with them.
Oh, Judge Judy.
I'm just saying, that's a nice little table.
Charles Grodin.
Charles Grodin reference.
Oh,
he's funny. God. Charles Grodin is a brilliantly funny guy.
I almost walked off the dais when that first guy went up. Stewie Stone. He killed.
Oh,
I've never seen anybody at a roast kill like this guy killed.
Right. Yeah.
Then Susie Essman went up and killed, and I'm looking at my horrible little fucking 10 jokes, going, I got to get out of here. I was in a panic.
Who got quoted in the paper though?
I got quoted in 4 papers. The Star.
Ooh,
yeah, and so. But I started off slow.
What was the Donald Trump joke they quoted?
I go, the reason his name's on all his buildings so the banks know which ones to take back.
That's a good one.
They quoted that one, and the Dangerfield one.
Right, the Rodney one was really funny.
We had to do it because people weren't at the
roast. They asked Rodney, when they were putting a roast together, they asked Rodney if he wanted to do it. He said, I'd rather be dead.
That's very funny.
I was going to use that on...
That wouldn't have worked if he didn't die.
I was going to use that with Arafat at your show on Saturday. Well, there goes that idea. You guys asked Arafat if he wanted to do the show, but I'll still do it because,
You guys want to talk about Liza Minnelli?
Sure, I was hoping to.
What a twisted story. She was married to the gay guy, and it turns out during this, you knew during the marriage she wasn't having sex with him, but she was apparently having sex with her bodyguard.
forcing the bodyguard to have sex.
How else would anyone have sex with?
Liza Minnelli's bodyguard sounds as though he needed protection from her, charging that the aging songbird forced him to have sex with her and regularly beat him.
Did she beat the bodyguard?
Yeah.
Did she make Linderman have sex with her?
Linderman. Oh, my bodyguard. Very good.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, yeah.
And now the bodyguard is now suing for $100 million, Anthony.
$100 million for having to have sex with Liza?
Yeah.
How do you force?
He
him
was
to have
forced.
sex?
I don't know.
It says he was forced to engage in sexual relations with Minnelli. What else? Yeah, that's about it, I guess.
I like that he says he has physical evidence of the sex that he had with Liza.
Wow.
Is this Liza in the
yeah.
background?
Yeah.
Oh, she stinks.
Oh,
Tickling the ivories?
I saw her on the Tony Danza show. First episode, she came out. Her upper body looked like the Tin Man.
Oh, this is. I didn't think this was Liza. I thought this was Linda Marola.
Hate when I don't get the Jimmy Norton references. I feel so ignorant.
Is that Frankie Pace?
I'd have sex with her for $100 million though.
For $100 million?
Of course.
Yeah, like a bunch of times. But I don't know how you're forced. So the first time would
Ross
be
would
rape.
do it for a vial.
Yeah.
Second time,
It's kind of hard, I think, to
maybe he was
force-
asking for it. Maybe he was dressed provocatively.
I don't.
The bar.
Bodyguard outfit.
I don't think it's like a rape
tight
thing.
pants.
'Cause I find it hard to believe.
No,
that
he
a
was worried
guy-
that he was going to lose his job.
Right,
And it was a nice job. You know, you're working for Liza Minnelli. You're a bodyguard. You
And
know,
nobody
these bodyguards
cares.
Get
like
it up
to-
though.
Like to, work with the celebrities, and all of a sudden she, tells him, look, you
I
have
think
to have
that's-
sex with me.
I think that's a great ploy in court, though. You could say, look, he still got it up. He must have had some kind of attraction there.
Yeah,
Must
but
have wanted something.
I guess though, if women can kind of sue guys for that women who actually sleep with guys several times, and then
Yeah.
afterwards goes, he made me or I didn't want to, then yeah.
That's why I'm glad I'm so bad in bed I never get to sleep with him several times.
Yeah.
I would have liked that if you didn't lose faith.
I know.
Halfway through.
Oh,
All right. God damn it, that was fun. That's why I'm so bad at. Gee whiz.
You know, though,
I better finish it now. I'm already halfway through the sentence.
when you're with this group of people, it's very hard to have confidence
I know,
when you're
yes,
blurting
yes,
that
you know,
line
you're
out.
just
Because
gonna-
you're like, I think it's good, but it could really bomb. And then I'll have to sit here and look at these silent faces mocking me.
How awful was it before when I did my Saturn joke and I actually went blah, 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 and got maybe a -1, and politely everyone ignored it. That was not only an awful bomb, but I made noises and bombed.
The worst is when you're bombing. Opie will just pick up something and start reading it like you're not even here.
Oh, like it never happened.
Now here's what the
I
worst.
get uncomfortable.
Here's the worst Opie thing. So they're saying you got to get out of here. We got to get you out of here.
Oh,
Well, that's torture.
Oh.
Oh, he trashes you and he gives you a little wink. Oh, that stinks. Oh, wink at me.
lost confidence. You can't have it.
I know.
It's like being a battered woman in here.
Oh.
You just
That really was a Vicky LaMotta delivery. I promise not to get you excited.
Hey, you guys, we got an old friend on the phone here.
An old friend.
An old friend. He did our last.
I kind of like the lounge music playing
Yeah,
in the background.
it's kinda
We have
nice.
an old friend dropping in.
It relaxed everybody, right?
It did.
Oh, is Anthony Michael Hall?
Oh, wow.
That's true.
Good reference.
Wow, I forgot about that. Anthony Michael Hall was supposed to be a guest on our last show that we had.
We didn't know it was going to be our last show.
It was
but-
the day after the Sex for Sam debacle.
And Anthony Michael Hall was supposed to drop in, and he didn't
Yeah.
want anything to do with us because he started reading the newspapers that morning.
Good for
Probably a
him.
better move not
I
to.
called
Yeah.
in. I was the last caller. I went out and bought a Mercedes thinking I was doing that O&A tour. I
Oh,
went out
remember
and bought
the
a new
O&A tour
Yeah,
we were going to
yeah.
put together?
How do you think I felt moving into New York? Because Oprah's like, dude, things are going great. Move in. And stupid me. I'm paying $300 a month in Jersey with Florentine and his girlfriend. And I move. I'm like, yeah, this is fine.
Moving to New York. It's going to be great. Yeah, the O&A tour of my kitchen and living room for 2 years. That was the tour.
Hey, he was a friend to the end. We got to say hi to Brian Regan, man. Hey, Brian.
Hey,
What's going on,
There
man?
he is.
Brian.
how you guys doing?
Hi, Brian.
Much better now, Brian.
I was just interviewing a new bodyguard yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
The other one wouldn't get frisky with you, would he?
Yeah, he didn't want to, do what I think bodyguards should do.
Wow, I can't believe you're back on our show. This is over 2 years.
Man, I appreciate you guys having me back on. Congratulations on
Appreciate it, guys.
the new XM thing, man. That's great.
Yeah, we're pretty psyched about it. You were there. You were there for the last show. Remember how uncomfortable it was? Remember it was the biggest story in radio ever, and we couldn't talk about it, and you were sitting there with us?
Yeah, management had dropped off notes and stuff to us, and they kept putting signs up against the windows saying you are not allowed to talk about what happened yesterday at all.
And to this day, I kick myself that we didn't say a lot of things on that last show, but
faggots, I know.
We were thinking at the time, well, maybe they're going to try to save our jobs here, so maybe we should listen to somebody for once.
Oh, I know. That's it's that hope, that stupid hope that you think, I bet we get through this one. If we just listen to them, if we just listen to the orders and walk and be nice, we will get through this.
Drink the Kool-Aid?
No, we just get on the boxcar, they take us to the camp, and we will get through. With just that faith and hope that everything's going to be okay. Ugh.
Yeah, I remember
us being fired just as bad as the Holocaust.
Yeah, it's an accurate comparison. I mean, you guys do something like that and are justifiably let go and compared to 6 million people who are slaughtered like sheep just for existing.
Yeah.
Brian, you're not supposed to laugh at that type of humor.
Man.
Brian, where are you?
I'm here in Las Vegas.
Oh, cool.
You live there full time now, right?
Yeah, I live here full time. It's a full time thing.
Put down a bet for Voss.
No.
Yeah. What do you want?
No.
Well, I want a career. The other night on stage, my audience is so awful. I said this.
How awful are they?
No, I just. Brian Regan has the best audiences that come to see him. They're just the best crowds.
Because he's really funny.
Yeah, obviously. He's
I bet Brian is so happy we have been off the air for 2 years, though. Because this crowd was starting to get a little, yelling out, the big yellow one's the sun.
Yeah.
I saw you getting a little cranky at a couple of shows because our audience was being a bit rambunctious.
Yeah, they're yelling out the punchlines.
Regan has the
You
biggest.
were actually mentioning it on the air every time I was on with you guys. All right, folks, please, if you go see them, just listen to them.
Yeah,
You don't have to be yelling constantly.
Yeah, Brian's like the always nice guy, too. He'd just be like, yeah, I understand, I appreciate your show and everything, but, maybe you shouldn't yell out that stuff. And it's all nice and everything. He wants to just go, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm doing jokes up here. But, hey, I understand the guy, he's appreciating the show, and that's a good thing.
And, and then the audience would yell out a joke, and then Brian, because he's the nice guy, would do that joke even though he didn't want to do that joke because he had new material.
Yeah, throws him off of what he was doing.
All right, I'll do the cup of dirt thing again.
I'll do the cup of dirt. No, you didn't want to do it.
But the thing with Brian's act is you can literally hear it so many times. You don't get sick. We're managed by the same people, and every time I call my managers, he's on the hold. Like when you call, there's this guy who sings in Vegas, and then there's Brian. And then I always get bummed when my manager Peter clicks over to me. I'm like, oh, he wasn't done with the fishing story. I'm bummed. I hear it probably 8 or 9 times a day.
And that's the difference. Your management doesn't put Brian on hold.
Yeah, that's what that's.
The only problem with Regan is, though, he's filthy, and that's the problem. It's it's offensive stuff.
Oh, it's that blue humor.
It's the biggest, it's the most varied audience I've ever. Me and Voss worked with Regan one time in Carolina, and it's it's bikers, and it's 70-year-old women, and they all like it. I've never seen any comic have a more varied audience.
How do you live in Vegas now, though, Brian?
The weirdest audience I ever saw was I was working in San Diego at the Improv for 2 weeks, but on the Monday that I was off, they had Tiny Tim.
Oof.
Tiny Tim was coming in to do his thing.
His little whatever that is or was.
His ukulele show.
Right.
But everyone deserves to make a living.
Of course, absolutely. So I had to go over and check him out, and he was the nicest guy off stage. But the group of people that came in to see Tiny Tim was the oddest assemblage of human beings I had ever seen. It's odd body shapes, and, no two hair colors were the same, and everyone was limping in some way. It was so bizarre, man. But he was a pretty decent guy, He remembered my name. He kept introducing me to everybody. This is Mr. Regan, Mr. Regan. I'm like, wow, why is he introducing me to all these people?
Nice enough guy, though.
Yeah, nice enough.
I was wondering how you live in Sin City, with the kind of although he's probably calls it, call it Naughty City now. It's just not quite as bad. It's Naughty City.
It's been raining here the last the last couple of weeks. When we moved out here last year, they had a rainstorm like I couldn't believe. I mean, there was like hail hitting the house. You know, like hail was like banging up against all the windows. My wife was in the other room, and she hears like this click, 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 click. And she told me later she thought that I was banging out an angry email. And there was so much like rain that our basement got flooded out. And on the news that night, they were calling it a 100-year storm. They said that the weather only converges that way, like once every 100 years, where you would get that kind of intense rain with that kind of flooding. And I swear the weatherman, like the very next moment, said the last time the Las Vegas Valley had a storm this intense was in the year 1998.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't know what the definition of a 100-year storm is, but apparently they have one about every 6 years out here.
I was there for that one. The whole strip flooded.
Yeah, man. Unbelievable.
They have no sewers or something, right? Their
Yeah,
sewer system
I mean,
stinks.
people. It was waist high. The water was waist high. People were trying to cross the street. It was awesome.
Wow.
People falling and stuff.
And you know what the worst part of this is? Regan just told this like brilliantly funny story, and then Heffron and I jump in with real weather information. Technically, it does rain. Well, they don't have sewers, do they, Brian? Boy, there's two comics helping the situation.
You know, those Rocky Mountains make that low pressure area converge over Vegas.
You know, not to ruin Brian's story, but I had turbulence once leaving Vegas.
Brian, you got a steady gig out in Vegas?
No, man.
One of those
I
people
don't
that
like to work where I live, which is weird. I just, get on a plane and go do it. I used to work here before I lived here, but now that I live here, I don't want to work.
I read in the. Are we allowed to say what we read in? I read something in the paper about you. Is it true?
No one believes this story already.
Why? Because I read it.
About me?
Yeah.
You read.
Or online or something. What? That you have a show coming out or something.
Well, I've got one of the, everybody who might get a development deal. I mean, I always just kind of like lay low about these things.
Yeah. Well, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah, you don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, you don't want to jinx the.
Well, they
yeah, because there's like 55 things that have to happen before it ever gets on the air. But I'm lucky enough to be in the game, I guess. So
that's as close as you're ever going to hear Regan say, "Shut up, you stupid Jew." You're going to fuck it up for me.
I read it, okay? Or no, actually, somebody read it.
What, do they have newspaper on tape?
Yeah, well, they have those magazines out in Hollywood, Variety and Hollywood Reporter or something like that,
Yeah.
I never even really read those things. I mean, I think there's like, I don't know, a lot of garbage on TV already. Why would I want to read about a bunch of crap they're thinking about making?
Right.
What does Brian like to watch on TV? I'm kind of curious, like what type of shows, being, kind of the nice guy you are.
I like to watch horrendous murders. The new series on the H channel. No, I mean, I like watching the World Series stuff. You guys were up in Boston for a while, so that must have been cool for you guys, right?
Ugh, it stunk.
Anthony's a big Yankees fan, so he hated the fact that the Red Sox finally won it all.
I like watching that Tim McCarver dude. He has like a tidbit fact about every single person that comes on camera. Like the other announcer goes, there's a foul ball going back. That almost hit that vendor. That vendor's name is John McEdwards. He moved to the area in 1987. He's originally from Pittsburgh. He works in the textile industry. He doesn't need the vending job. He just likes to come out here and have a good time.
The vendings there make about $30,000.
And Brian, the textile industry is suffering. They'll do a brilliant line, and we'll just come in and chit-chat.
That's funny, man.
That's about as controversial as I get, is like messing with the textile industry.
They'll come after you.
Yeah, your phones are gonna light up. Who's that guy messing with the textile industry?
Wow.
I like the home plate umpire job. I don't understand why anyone argues with the umpires. I mean, have you ever seen an umpire change his mind ever?
No.
Have you ever seen a guy rounding third, sliding into home? You're out. You're nuts. You missed the tag. I had my... Okay, safe. Gosh, I don't like conflict. I tend to shy away from that. Go ahead, give him a run. I just want to make sure everybody's happy.
So funny.
technically, they're not allowed to do that. You can't change it.
That's true, and John Kruk did have testicular cancer.
Yeah, and sometimes the weather patterns actually do converge.
Yeah, they bring out the big tarp and cover that field.
How
They
easy
first
is it to
started that
fly
in
out of Vegas?
53.
I'm sorry, man.
It's okay, just a little tidbit
They
of
got
fact.
red eyes.
That must be great to fly out of Vegas. You can get any airline to anywhere in the country, whenever you want, pretty much.
cheap too.
Oh, really? You comics all know that.
I'm
You
saying
know
Vegas,
all the
every
rates.
airline goes
you
to
guys
Vegas.
know all the airline rates and what flies out of
Yeah.
where. I know nothing.
Brian, I'd imagine that you don't hang out in the casinos, huh?
No, I've been in there, man. I go have my my shot of Cuervo every now and then, and
Oh, look at you.
yeah, every 3 years I'll have like one shot. I'll sip it.
Yeah,
oh,
let's
it's
slow
the
down.
100-year drink.
Our listeners made him drink once.
Let's slow down. I've been
At Caroline's,
hanging
he had,
out.
at Caroline's, he had to do 3 shows. I remember being backstage with Brian. He was just slamming shots because
Oh, yeah.
he couldn't take our audience anymore.
We were on
He will-
Ron
He
and
will not
Fez's show.
acknowledge this, I know, but he just couldn't take them yelling out the bits anymore.
Ron and Fez's show.
Animals.
After our show, me and Brian were hanging out for the entirety of that show, and I remember a few beers being tipped back.
Yeah, I've got the. I don't know. People think like I'm like this wholesome guy. I just like to work clean on stage, but off stage, I mean,
You're a wild man.
I've cursed before.
Stop it.
Killed hookers.
Hey, we're on satellite radio. Why don't you give us a curse, Brian? One curse. Come on.
Make it a good one.
We're allowed to say whatever we want here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he could do it.
I don't remember any.
One curse.
Shitty.
Jesus.
Shitty. That's a nice one.
Wouldn't it be funny if we said we were on satellite, but it was really commercial, and then the FCC went after him and fined him?
Brian Regan fined $350,000.
Brian Regan, pig.
His potty mouth comic, Brian Regan.
You picked a good one there,
That's
Brian.
one my one coverall curse word. Like if I'm in an alley getting in a fight, I go, "Hey, listen here, shitty."
That'll show him.
Yeah, it can be a noun, it can be a verb.
Brian's the guy that no ill will ever toward you, Brian, but you're the kind of guy, the image you have, that you want to be in the news being found with a male prostitute or something. You just really want to see that, and I don't know why.
Because Brian's good looking and that's hot.
Is it? Yeah.
Well, I'll see if I can make that happen then.
Work on that, please.
Work on that. All right. Well, Brian, you're going to be in town, right?
Yeah, I'm at the Bananas Hasbrook Heights this weekend.
I'm just laughing at the name. Bananas. Fun's right around the corner. When you go to Bananas.
It's a great club.
Yes.
And you're going to hang with us in December, I'm hearing?
Yeah, I'm at Caroline's in December, so I'm going to come in there and hang out with you guys.
Brian
Coming
is-
with his shitty show.
Yeah.
Brian is
I
one
might
of
even
our,
say that curse word again.
he's one of our faves, I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
Go see him at Bananas this weekend.
Those shows only sell out, too, always.
I know.
Yeah, I don't even think Brian needs to call us anymore.
doesn't
Well,
need
he
to
never
call.
had to call us. You always sold out.
I enjoy you guys. You guys are good human beings, man.
Well,
Slow down.
yes. Tell that to Jim Cook.
Are you ever going to put out another CD?
I've got a DVD coming out in a few weeks.
Oh.
Very nice.
What's it called, Voss?
It's I went around and filmed other good comics, and it's a bootleg. I got 20 minutes of Heffron on there. I'm in the back, with a fake camera on my baseball cap. You don't even know I'm in the back.
The whole thing was shot on your cell phone. Just kind of holding it up. Nice.
All right, Brian, we'll let you be.
All right, man. I appreciate it, guys.
Definitely. We'll see you soon,
Thanks,
okay?
man.
Okay, man.
Bye, Brian.
Brian Regan.
How funny.
Here he's just going to put it out a black cover with Regan in white lettering.
Shitty.
Oh,
And
damn.
Voss will buy it and go, he was a good president.
Here, Brian Regan's going to be on a stamp. What's...
Phone-ins are brutal. I hate doing them.
I
I'm
know.
uncomfortable here. And how
Yeah.
funny is he, man? He's
I know,
a
he's just-
funny dude.
Someone wants to say
Those
hi to
funny
Rich Voss.
stories, man.
Henri.
Hey guys, how are you today?
Oh, hi, Andre.
Henri.
Henri.
Hello, Boo Boo. How are you?
Oh, good. How?
Very good. When is the horse tooth getting off the show so I can turn it back on?
So you can turn it back on. You're already listening to it, and they
No,
let you listen
jackass,
to the
I
show
listen
when
to
you're
the phone.
cutting
I have no
lawns.
choice, you fucking horse tooth
Okay.
jerk off.
When you're cutting lawns, or
What
you're
stinks more,
throwing
your after your
firecrackers
ear,
on
huh?
the floor in a robe.
What stinks worse? You're after your ear, you smelly fuck.
Oh,
How
enough of
does-
this.
Hey, let me ask you something. How does
You know what the
Bonnie feel
difference
having
is?
two
You
pieces
know
of
my
bread,
name, and
huh?
I don't know yours,
How
okay?
does Bonnie feel having
And if
two
I
pieces
do
of
know your
bread?
name, I would
Answer
have
me
you
that.
deported.
You
Now
can't talk
shut
over
up.
me, you fucking zero.
Now do my hedges and shut up, dummy.
Zero.
All right, you're a gay landscaper.
No wonder the
All right.
concept last come extending. I want to see your tombstone teeth, you
Look
fucking
at.
prick.
We're done with
dirty
character
fucking
calls,
faggot.
okay?
Your girlfriend
All
has
right.
to fuck a horse every night.
Yes, yeah.
That's too bad
It's
for
good,
her, huh?
and we yell your
Anyway,
name out,
I'm
okay?
done with you. Zero, I'm done with you. Anthony, I have a GTA trick for you. Are you there?
Oh, are you there? You have a trick?
Anthony.
What's a trick? What's your trick?
Are you going to try to get me, sir?
Yeah.
There he goes. He's trying to get me, thinking he's going to rope me in
that's
with
the
the
new
GTA
Frenchie.
trick.
Is that who is this?
Brand
Is
new
that-
French guy.
We got rid of the old Frenchie.
We got
That's
rid
the
of
new
old
Frenchie.
Frenchie.
Oh, really?
How come no one
Jesus,
smelled your
it
ear
goes,
today?
It goes from 0 to 0.
Nope.
These people.
Can we do the ear thing?
Yeah, we'll do the ear
It
anytime.
smells like grape jelly and it bugs me. I don't know what is behind
All right,
this.
who's going to take the ear thing
Ben will
today?
do it.
No.
Ben, do it.
Look at Ben. No.
It's grape jelly.
All right, who's going to do it? One of our
Did Steve do it last time?
young tender
Yeah,
interns.
Steve got some second whiff from
Eric did it.
Eric, I did it. Have you
Anthony?
ever done this?
Well, I don't even know what it
You can tell
is.
he won't
Oh.
get sick. You could tell.
Heffron won't care. It smells like grape jelly. It's like what the for what?
Hold on.
Behind his
What
ear,
is it, though?
He wears cologne.
I have enough-
And behind his ear, it smells like stupid
Hold on.
grape
I have enough
jelly, and I don't
confidence.
know why.
I have enough confidence that we'll get a reaction out of him.
I don't think it smells
We were
like
in a
jelly.
parking lot at a train station and people were puking. We were we were laughing
He's
so
blowing
hard.
the whole gag.
Well, we need to.
Think you had him.
We got to
it's
get
true.
2 people. We got to get
Smells
2
like jelly.
people to get some.
John, you want in? I've done it.
It's a little.
I've done. It's
smell
behind the ear, and it's a
It's
cologne.
one of the worst smells you'll ever smell.
It's not bad. It's a cologne mix, and it smells like grape jelly, and there's no reason for it. You're a
Well,
fucking
you got to get 2
jelly-headed
people.
asshole.
Casey,
Huh?
let's get 2 people in.
All right, who else? These guys are
I don't want
interns.
any karate
Yeah,
guys.
those
All
two.
right, me.
Oh, we got a whole studio full of
Yeah,
people
those
that want
two.
to try this.
Eric, help us out with the mics.
So we
Who should I
get
give it to
the
first?
filming. Give it to us together.
Yeah, I'll
You gotta
move,
stand over
right?
there.
Jim,
Yeah,
everyone
come on.
move Mike. You just grab that one,
Let
John.
me see my hand. I hope I have this one.
Go over there.
All
Just
right.
everyone move over
Over
one.
All right.
Sex Bagel, help him out. All right.
Everyone on that mic.
Wait, we got to explain this. Yeah, so
Heffron-
there's some kind of build-up behind Voss's
And it's
ear.
my
Can I
smells like
watch
jelly.
My
Huh?
left ear.
Wait, is he going to do it first?
Well, let him go first.
Yeah, but the last one's always the worst.
No, I got enough, I think. I think.
All right, all right.
I don't know. All right, ready?
Because he could describe it
I
much
do.
better.
I do. No, you don't.
Oh, wait a second, no, wait, no. Okay, so that's all you're gonna do is scratch your
Yeah.
ear and then sniff it.
Yeah.
This isn't like a trick.
No,
because
no,
they're
no,
on
there's
it.
no trick.
I sniff you and then
Yeah.
you kiss me
Yeah.
when I'm
No,
that close.
no.
It's not one of those
John, you
things.
gotta do it.
You better hurry up. It's
Oh,
going.
this,
All right,
is, this is what
All right,
it
here
is
goes
for face
John.
value.
John,
It's horrible.
John, into the microphone. Look the look on John's face. What do you think?
Get some more, he says.
What do you think?
You know what it smells like? I dated a girl who was a bulimic who threw up. You know how when your body starts to rot from the inside? That's what that smells like.
I did see it.
It was revulsion that came from a human being.
Right.
Heffron was taken back. Like all comedic instincts went away. It was like an animal.
Yeah.
That smell should not come from a living human being.
Isn't that unbelievable? Isn't that unbelievable, though, John?
That's
We have that on
Is that-
film. We'll put it up.
is that
We'll put
you
that
should-
up
yeah,
on
is there- is there
foundrymusic.com and
a
opianthony.com.
scratch and sniff on your DVD?
Wait, let me see.
He wiped it on his.
That's what's behind your ear?
I know.
He
And
wiped it up on.
it actually-
He wiped it on his DVD.
And it actually made the DVD smell better.
Now I won't get it for a couple days, like a week.
That's unbelievable,
Get away
isn't
from me.
it?
Get away from me. I'll
Well,
belly
you
button
about
you.
and smell it.
But you
I
don't
have anything.
smell like I've stood around you. You don't have that smell about you.
No, not at all.
Anthony's so skeeved out. I love it.
There.
Yeah. So I waited for a day. I knew I was coming in, so I let it build up a little.
Just gonna wash your hands. Put some of that stuff.
Is that from the drugs, maybe?
Put some of that stuff on your hands.
No.
Boss, put some of that on your hands.
What is it from,
That's not
boss?
disinfectant.
Yeah, it is. It will take
Is
it right
it?
off his hand. Yeah,
Boss, what is it from
Well, you
again?
spray it into
From
his
the
hand,
six. It's from when
so
you-
his finger doesn't touch the top of it.
It's from what?
It's hands-free.
He'll explain.
Smell it. It's hands-free soap. Like I'm hands-free.
Look, everyone.
water-free
No one
soap.
wants to get near his hands now. All All right, Voss, what is it again?
What is
Can you shoot that stuff up my nose?
Voss, get on mic. What is that?
What is what? It's hand-free soap.
No,
Hands-free soap. Hands-free soap.
No, Voss, the ear thing. What is it?
It's, I think, from when I was young, not young, in high school or something, I had a cyst. And the cyst was, and then I guess it just,
what was
built
in
up.
it? Shit?
Ugh.
What? Anthony enjoyed it.
Shit.
At least I didn't just wash my hands with something that does require water, stupid.
I didn't read. Oh, so what? Because I didn't read the label?
Oh, I'm
He
using
tricked
it
me with
too.
a bra.
But he's tricked.
I'm like, yeah,
Oh, look
it's
at that.
would they have a water? Oh no, there's.
Does it work?
Your hands
It wasn't
smell
that bad
different than-
today, though. Did it?
No, that was bad. We got some good reactions today.
Did you see his face?
Yeah, John Heffron's
Yeah,
face was
because I
great.
didn't know, because I thought maybe it was a joke you guys played and
Oh,
you
no,
stick
no.
your finger in my face or something
No,
like
no,
that.
no, no.
And then, so then when I actually smelled that bad,
His belly button's pretty bad, too.
Not as bad as that. I have to have a load in my belly button the night before and then fall asleep.
You have to have a load?
Oh.
So,
If I when I got Bob
doesn't
belly,
it usually land on your chin, the load?
No, he talked about this. It hits the back wall.
Does have a good range.
that wouldn't have been.
All right. Go ahead. Tell us about your belly button.
No, I just want that chin line to sit there.
I
Hurts,
don't
doesn't
think I
it,
have
Rich?
any belly.
that smells different than like I've like cut my toenails and I'm that guy like I'll cut it and then or if you scoop it out you'll sometimes smell it. Yeah, you know the stuff that gets in the corners of your toes. You smell it when you're by yourself just to kind of see. But that's a different smell than that even than toe crud. You know?
If he put his hand in a bowl of maggots, they would fucking slither away. I almost said they would ride away, and I'm glad I corrected myself.
Yeah. Maggots ride.
You saved yourself on that one.
How about Vincent D'Onofrio?
Oh yeah, where's that story?
I don't know. But it's enough of these Kerry supporters passing out, not being able to handle that. Holy Christ!
It's so emotional.
What a bunch of babies.
Yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio, star of Law and Order, Criminal Intent, but we remember him as Private Pile in Full Metal Jacket when he was all fat. He's been getting in fist fights with people on the set of his TV show, and then he passed out. And everyone thought he was faking it, but he insisted they call 911. They came and took him away, and rumor on the set is he's cracking. And it's all because he's upset that George Bush got elected. And he's a big Kerry supporter.
What a bunch of babies.
And, yeah. So he's all upset and losing his mind. They found him in the bathroom sitting on a toilet with a high-powered rifle in his mouth.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm a little tired of it. The whole thing's over. You know something? Deal with it. Bush is president, whether you wanted him in or not. Now we just got to deal with it. It's 4 years. Look, he can't get elected again.
Yeah.
Take that to heart. And hope the Democrats might be able to, if you're a fan of the Democrats, might be able to come up with somebody in 4 years that actually can win.
Like Hillary.
Not Hillary Clinton.
Oh, I hope they run her.
Yeah.
I hope they
so
run
too,
her.
just for the jokes. Because if the Democrats are stupid enough in 4 years to not come up with a viable candidate and throw that bitch in front of everybody, anyone will win. I think they're, even though he said no, I think you're going to see the Republicans running Jeb. I think Jeb Bush might try.
Really?
If George can pull this 4 years out and actually
do something,
he's got half the country, a little more
Barely.
than half.
People will never go for a Bush again. They
You
just
don't
won't.
think?
Nah, only because after... I was thinking recently, like, Bush has 2 terms. Bush Sr. had one. What's that, 12 out of 20 years you've heard President Bush. And by the it's like people are going to want something different. I would say McCain.
What about Giuliani? You think he'll ever run?
Or Giuliani's a VP,
I
probably.
think he's got too many skeletons.
Giuliani?
I think so. His whole marriage thing, the thing.
You think people care about that as much anymore, though?
People love bringing it up in elections. They
Right.
They bring up anything. Look at Kerry. Look, I thought Kerry was a complete fucking idiot. He had no passion about anything. I didn't know what he even stood for because he was always trying to combat what Bush was saying about him. The guy didn't stand up. He was a wussy. But he did go to Vietnam.
Yep.
He was in combat in Vietnam. Now, you look back at the Clinton campaign with Bush, they bashed him for not going to Vietnam. And that was a big issue with the Republicans when Clinton was trying to get elected. And then you get a guy that did go to Vietnam, and they bashed him for what he did in Vietnam.
Right.
It makes no sense. So whatever it is, they will pull it out and fuck you with it. That's what they do in elections. And I think if Giuliani, I think they'll start getting on his marriage, his private life, his health. Oh, his prostate, he might not last 4 years. It's one of those things.
I still think Giuliani would be a great candidate, maybe as just a VP. McCain and Giuliani, or somebody as president and Giuliani, because Giuliani's great with debates and all that stuff, but he doesn't tolerate shit from anybody. He ran New York for all those years. I mean, if you can run New
He was
York.
a prosecutor before that in New York.
So, he's a very solid guy. I'd put him up against anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I love Rudy.
And plus, he has a speech impediment, so it's easier for people like me. We're accepted more. Then maybe I could run for something.
Just
he
a
opens
word,
the door.
though.
He's like the Lenny Bruce of slobberers.
Jesus, boss. All right, yeah, we should take a break. All right, we're hanging with John
more out of that
Heffron.
Vincent story.
Yeah, well, I thought we would get more out of the Liza Minnelli story.
We need
too.
more details.
Right.
We get more details. We'll roll with it.
All right.
In a world.
I love that. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. It's the O&A virus spreading across America. Thanks to XM Satellite Radio. Getting more gooder every day. John Heffron in studio, having a good time with us today. He's playing Caroline's all weekend long here in New York City. One show tonight at 11 o'clock, and then maybe you should call Well, then there's a lot of shows, so call
3
Caroline's.
shows Saturday, yeah.
3 shows Saturday, 2 tomorrow,
Friday,
1 Sunday. Call Caroline's 212-757-4100 for ticket information.
Wacky alert.
Uh-oh.
Wacky alert. Oh, boy.
What, Ant?
This has to do with the comedy festival, too. Little thing in the newspaper.
Ooh.
High school kids will learn to laugh. High school students hoping to fool their substitute teachers tomorrow will find the joke's on them. Comedians will replace teachers at 5 schools and replace the usual schedule with a stand-up act as part of the New York Comedy Festival, which runs through Saturday.
Who came up with that idea?
What awful comedians are taking
that's what
those
I'm
gigs?
thinking.
What death? That a bunch of inner city kids.
Now, what would be funny is to have Voss go in and teach English. That's funny. That's comedy.
Or math, when he was doing that whole math problem.
Every time you don't tan your homework in, you have to smell his ear. Suddenly reading levels go up.
That's my detention.
So what's
on my ear?
So this is
in this day and age, comedians are kind of role models, said Caroline Hirsch. Oh, Caroline's.
Caroline, Anthony.
Caroline
Brian.
Funny men and women will yuck it up at West Side High School in Manhattan and Bronx and Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island. Imagine having to go to that Bronx.
Those awful gigs.
Tomorrow's story, comedian shot in school.
Doing your corny math jokes. Oh, that would be awful.
Comedians walking in realizing other students have nicer cars than he does.
Exactly.
What comedians? If someone asked me, you want to do a high school for a day, I'd spit in their face.
Well, I'm wondering if anyone knows which comedians
We got to find out.
for this.
Somehow we have to find out.
Greg Charles. Let me ask Greg.
Is Greg here still?
Where's Greg? Someone get me Greg.
Is your microphone on? Talk.
Hello?
No.
Oh, your mic's not on.
Why is that?
I don't know. What
happened to Rich's mic?
We want Voss's mic on.
Of course we do.
Go ahead, Rich.
Test.
That's on.
All right,
There
it's
it
on
is.
now. So what
Are
were you
you
saying?
telling the truth? Is it on?
I
Yeah,
swear,
I swear to God.
yes.
Listen, it's in the headphone right there.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
hold
on.
on.
You're an angel.
Hello? I can't hear my... Yes, I can.
There he is.
What's the we wanted to know? They said they're doing
There's a story about high school comics going to high schools.
Comedy in the classroom.
Comedy in the classroom. We want to know which comics
Agree to this.
were talked into going to high schools.
Gee, I don't know who they are.
Yes, you do.
There's a couple like open mic guys, I think.
Mike DiNicola. Who else?
Yeah.
Jesus.
My daughter, they came to my daughter's school for an orientation.
And
She's
she
a freshman.
dodged them.
And she said the guy was so... They introduced him as last comic standing because he auditioned. He never got on the show. And it was his skinny lip. You know who, Matt Reese? And my daughter doesn't know who it is, but my daughter goes, this guy was so awful. Everybody was staring at him, freshmen. And when they go last comic standing, she thought it was me and surprising her. And she was so embarrassed. She said it was so painful to watch this guy. And this is freshmen. What?
I couldn't even imagine.
I can't believe all the freshmen were looking. Why would the freshmen be upset at the?
Hey, it's only a word.
At
dude.
the bad performance.
Words, man.
What? Freshmen. What else are they? Freshmen.
Freshmen.
The beauty of
freshman eye. No.
The beauty of when there's nothing better than when you talk and something like that happens. I just look up and Ant's looking right at me, and we just have that moment of eye contact.
Did you hear that? Did you hear him say that?
I thought there was he put an S at the end of that, but he couldn't have. And then a minute later,
and then there's just verification by looking at Jim.
More than one would be freshmen. Right?
No, as in this case, more than one of you would be idiots. No, it's not.
But those sophomores, is there sophomores?
Sophomores, juniors, seniors, freshmen. Freshman is always. There's no S at the end of freshman.
I don't know. I didn't make it that far.
He's a.
Like moose.
Yeah, deer.
Moose.
He stopped in 8th grade.
Deer.
That's funny. I didn't make it that far.
Oh, that is really funny. Time to teach English kids.
Well, you used to do prom shows, and those are all high schools. Remember how horrible they
I used to do
worst.
those.
On a boat, you'd go on a boat. Tony Camacho would give you $75 to go on a boat for 4 hours around like the New York Harbor for the proms, and you'd do 15 minutes of material, and then have to sit on the boat until it docked again, and stand upside, and just like look at the city, and pretend you didn't just bomb.
Did you point out? Did you point out who was getting laid that night? Which chicks?
Yeah, hey, come on, let's hear for the prom. Yeah, 14 minutes, 50 seconds.
Remember? You want to hear Hell Gig? We used to do a strip club.
The boxcar.
The dancers would come out naked. It was bring your own beer because it was in Jersey. They come out naked, and then in between the dancers, a comic would go on, and we all did it.
Oh, they must have loved that.
And let me tell you, and this place is toothless. It's Phillipsburg.
It's in Phillipsburg, New Jersey.
Yeah, and it was like do whatever you can to get through the night. Tell him how you.
Well, it was 4. You go in at 7. You're there till like 11. It's 4 10-minute sets at the top of every hour in front of the same audience.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
Because the bouncers were tired of looking at these dumb whores, so they wanted some comedy.
Oh, so you're entertaining the staff.
Yeah, well, basically, because I actually would do very well there because apparently Otto and George, Voss, Bob Levy's material all worked well. You've never seen a bigger thief. If I went knock knock and they yelled, "Who's there?" I would have happily went, "Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?" That was the worst gig I've ever done. And they would laugh sometimes, but it was a fright because with pagans, the bikers would hang out. These were tough, really tough dudes, man. And you couldn't fuck with the audience.
I did a bachelor party once. This is true in the back of a bar, like 12, 13 guys standing. This is true. A stripper went on before me. She got naked. She took her pussy lips, stretched them out, took the guy's eyeglasses off, and tied his eyeglasses with her pussy lip. I'm not lying.
Yeah, that's what you want to take home on your face.
And then they go, and now our next act.
Oh, man.
Here are the comics going to the high school, Anthony.
Oh, we got a list?
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear them.
I've never heard of. We've heard of one guy there.
Could you read them?
Joe DeRosa.
I've heard of Joe. I don't remember. I don't know if I've ever seen his act. I don't know if he's good or not. I know the name though. I think I know.
Roberto Vanderpool.
Oh,
I was actually thought of him when you said that. He'll do great.
Yeah.
Gary,
Why will he do great in a classroom full of high school kids as a substitute teacher?
I think that he'll do the Bronx or Brooklyn. He's a black guy or Spanish guy.
A Spanish guy. He's a nice guy.
But he'll do very well.
He was at the party last night.
Yeah, I know.
From the Radio Chick Show, Chuck Nice.
I like Chuck.
Shut up.
I always like Chuck.
He's going to go to the school and bum cigarettes from the kids. Hey, you got an extra cigarette? I'm out of work.
Does he bum cigarettes?
Everywhere he goes.
Well, Rich, I don't smoke anymore, so I don't know.
Chuck's not a bad guy.
No,
I like
he's
him
a
a
good
lot.
guy. I'm only
Big
kidding.
J. Okerson.
All right, Big J is here's what Big J is. He's a big lummox, but he'll do well too.
You know, it's funny. He did the biggest prestige Montreal Comedy Festival. This is what he got out of it. High schools.
Did he really do the biggest prestige? Because one time, no, it's funny. I was going to do the most prestigious,
I know.
but I figured I could do the biggest prestige.
I'm in a
festival.
rush. I want to do.
Hey, it's only a word, man.
It's only a word, man. They're only words.
It's just words.
Marina Franklin.
Oh, she's cool.
I love Marina.
Yeah.
She was in Last Comic Standing. She was a hot black girl in Last Comic Standing. She was in a few episodes.
And
also working with me at Caroline's this whole weekend.
Oh, really? She's funny.
Yeah.
There you go.
I wish I could trash her, but she's
You
funny.
could ask her how it went in the class.
Yeah.
Will Sylvance.
Will Sylvance will do great. They actually have good comics doing it. Yeah. Will is Patrice's roommate. He's a Haitian guy, and he's a very funny dude.
Patrice's roommate.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a hell of a gig right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Someone's got something for Voss here. Let's go to Footer.
God damn it, I can't.
Footer, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, go ahead, buddy.
Hey, man. Yeah, I learned that when Voss is in the dojo, his name is Master
Oh.
See, that's not what was written on the screen because the screen's all
Oh,
behind.
what was written on the screen?
What was there, Opie?
You got to stop with the Voss ear thing. I guess that's making people sick.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, man. Just the reaction that
Oh.
we get.
Remember, it's really bad.
Remember we did it in the parking lot at the train station,
Yeah.
and people were puking. It was the biggest laugh I've ever had. We just went around in a circle. We all took a turn, man.
Maybe we should get a hold of that Yankee Candles
cannot.
company. You know how they make
a
the
candle
cinnamon
out of it?
toast and just make
Watch me
the
get
Boss's
stupid.
ear.
beer. And people would send that to people.
What are you doing, Steve?
Did I just get gotten by Norton?
What are you talking about? Why are you coming in?
He waved me in.
Who waved you in? No one waved you in.
I don't care how many Dago, Guinea, Wop, Greaseball, Goombas come out of the woodwork.
Inadvertently played it.
What?
But I figured I'd let it roll to the end.
You should. You have to.
You have to. Yeah.
Yeah. You stopped the show. Everything all right? We were having a really nice conversation here.
Why'd you turn your hat around backwards? Was the smoke getting in your eyes?
Wow.
You look really confused.
I am so confused. I am so confused. It's not even funny.
Sorry. We didn't hear you. You were
Why did
talking
you just
over the
walk in?
Because I'm walking by the studio looking for Bruce, and Norton goes, he bangs on the glass and waves me in.
No, he did.
I'm leaving now.
Look. Oh.
No, I'm just so utterly confused because I can't hear the show in the other room. So I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on.
Oh, all right.
Right.
Why don't you give the microphone back to Heffron?
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, did I get him good?
Oh man!
So
you know
good.
what? You know what got him in here so quickly? You frantically banged on
Yeah,
the window
'cause
and
I'm like-
waved him.
I'm actually doing this. Like the radio people at home are going to appreciate my wave. I waved them in quickly.
And that's why I used frantically.
You're right. I just figured quickly because I don't know Voss. Frantically, who's she?
I worked with a comic frantically.
You're right. You just take your word and dumb it down fastly.
All right. We could just go to the phone and see what's going on.
Oh, we're gonna play
Potluck.
potluck with the
Ooh,
phones.
potluck
Since our
Thursdays?
computers are broken.
Random foes.
Yeah, we
everybody.
have no idea what the callers
Not
are
at
going to be
all.
commenting on. But I'm sure with everything
Hi,
we
who's this?
talked about, they'll have something to say.
Hey, who's this?
Hello?
Yep.
Hello?
What do you got for the show?
Who, me?
Oh my God! Yes, you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Look, I invented another power tool to add to your collection there. It's actually an 18-volt cordless sawzall with a dildo attached to the end.
Oh, you got something to go along with the drill dough that we
Yeah, I
have.
figured you could use a whole cordless set. You know, why just have one when you can have options right along?
So he's taking a dildo, you fasten it to a reciprocating saw.
It's variable speed for different levels of application. And,
How did you attach the dildo?
well, we grounded down all the teeth. We actually epoxied it directly into it, and so that thing it's not going anywhere.
So you took a blade, ground down the teeth, and epoxied the dildo on the sawzall
Well,
blade.
actually, no. We sliced it right in there, slid it in, and epoxied it in there. It was actually developed also with a med student. So well.
I see an episode of Cold Case Files.
And this guy's future. Yeah.
Definitely.
You should bring that by.
I can definitely will. I got you a battery, a charger, all painted up for you, and you're ready to go.
What happened to the guy that was bringing by the O&A drill dough?
Didn't we have the drill dough? Did he take it back with
No,
him?
they took it back home to paint it up and stuff. We
Oh.
should end the show with the drill dough.
I love the
Because I think we're spent. We have enough time to do the drill dough bit? Yeah?
I
But what was
You know, in Nevada, it rains every 100 years.
We should end with that. We have a lot of new listeners.
Did you?
One time.
What the?
What?
What's
that?
Oh, there's the bat.
Oh, God.
There's the bat.
Jesus Christ.
I remember the bat.
That's the wiffle ball bat,
Oh,
yeah.
I remember. That's how I got on the show.
We got one girl that did it so far.
Yeah, look at the mark on it.
That's it. That's what she got. How much?
That's it?
got it.
Look at that. That's like
Not bad.
That's pretty good.
What's here's a dumb guy question. The mark is for what?
That's how far a girl shoved it in her.
In her back or in
from
her
the
front?
handle end.
Front door.
Oh, the front.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
went.
that's not a. Let me see.
That's 3 of you.
How far is that? That's
I think we're talking about almost 7.
Yeah.
6 3/4.
But
I believe.
fat. But wiffle ball bat fat.
fat.
So they're looking for the drill dough bit. This is great. We have the drill dough bit. Oh, Eric.
Yeah, we do. It's 4 minutes 16 seconds.
So that means we should finish up here, get the plugs in, and then we'll play that, right?
Yep. All right.
We'll end with the dildo bit.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a guy taped himself using it like a drill with a dildo on it with his chick.
On his chick. And she loves it. She freaks out.
Really?
We play this thing when we run out of material, basically, John.
But I don't know if you can ever go wrong with that, with something like that. You know what I mean?
You got to listen to this audio. It's amazing.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever get sick of hearing
So,
that.
Voss, anything to plug?
Next week, Bonnie and I are at Zany's in Chicago. And
Zany's?
My DVD, but, you know.
Rich
I
Voss?
want you guys, listen, watch the DVD and review. Remember when you saw my, listen to my CD?
Yes.
You wanted to trash it, but it was good.
All right,
and this is not bad.
Yeah, we'll watch it.
I will
Watch
definitely
it.
watch this.
RichVoss.com.
Yeah, get your DVD. But I'm not really here to plug, but Zany's next week.
Next week. And John Heffron's going to be at Caroline's all weekend long.
And we're going to be at the Hammerstein.
Sold out show, right?
Oh, Hammerstein, you're right. God, my
Hammerstein.
I think
The Passion of One. Oh, and we're going to be on TV tonight.
Really?
Channel 9 News at 10
Oh,
o'clock.
the thing we did yesterday.
That's going to
Yeah, great.
That's going to look awful.
Where we're shot after a show, leaning against the wall. Wonderful.
How did the McEnroe show go?
It was great, but no one watched it because, you know,
No one watches.
the Red Sox were winning the World Series for the first time in 86 years.
Oh, was that night?
I mean, the show doesn't get ratings to begin with, and then we have to compete against that. So
I'm going to tune away from the
my
World
family
Series.
watched it. They liked it. That was about it.
My family didn't even watch it.
Really?
No.
Huh.
I didn't even tell them.
All right.
Do we have to say thank you?
Thank you for the Ozzy thing.
What company is it for? I wanted to thank them for the Ozzy Osbourne thing you sent me. It's
All right,
a
we'll do
Ozzy
it
doll.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Because we got to get out of here. John, it was a pleasure, man.
Guys, thank you for having me.
Come back anytime.
Next time you have a girl with the wiffle ball battle. I'd
Yeah,
like
you
I'd like
gotta
to be in
see
studio
that.
next time something like that goes down.
It's fantastic.
As much as it was great smelling Boss's behind the ear sludge,
Maybe
whatever
tomorrow.
that is.
We have any girls coming in tomorrow?
Yeah, I like.
If we have a girl coming in, you can come back.
All right.
You can check that
I'll
out.
just sit and watch, you know.
All right.
I'm a married guy. I need
we're-
it when I can get it.
We're going to openly admit we have nothing left to offer, so we're going to go to the dildo bit. And here it is. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.